All right, welcome back everyone to Iron Fang Invasion. Last week, we picked up with a fight against a large creature known as a Vemorak, which ended up being much quicker than the party expected. The battle was pretty short and nobody was overly close to death or anything. And I think perhaps the party got slightly overconfident in their quick victory as they proceeded onto the high hill in this lower area of the tree and found a pool of caustic acid and minerals. And in that pool came out a pair of omox demons who then summoned, I think, seven babao demons. And the party find themselves in a very long, drawn-out 9v5 fight with the golem still being there. And everybody made it through, but it was a rough one with...
I think you could use the word precarious. Yeah, it was a little precarious.
Yeah. There was... the babaos weren't overly dangerous to some of you. Some of you did take quite a bit of damage from them, but... The omox demons were the larger threat, given that they were inside of the lake, and just getting near the lake would cause damage if you guys failed a save. So it was had to be a little bit of a thinking there and maneuvering around the area, but ultimately everyone was able to emerge victorious once more.
Woohoo!
And that is actually where we are going to pick up this session. You guys find yourselves at the edge of this pool, just far enough away that the fumes don't bother you, and the omox demons and the babao demons have been dispelled back to where they were summoned or just dispersed back into the pool. And you are left here on the top of the hill. What would you like to do?
Take a nap. Go to sleep. Call it a day.
All right.
No, that's not it.
I would like to detect magic in the acid and see if anything radiates magic. I can't remember if I did that.
Yeah, so you detect magic in the area. You don't detect any magic in the pool of acid. However, on the opposite side of the pool from where you are, you do detect some magic in a little hidden area where a bunch of the mushrooms are that have kind of crowded around some sort of pouch. There's multiple magical presences in there, but it's kind of half concealed. You think you could get over there and get it pretty easily, but grabbing it would require you to get within the fume range, so whoever gets it would probably have to make a fortitude save real quick.
Could I send the golem to get it?
Oh, yeah, he's there. So, yeah, you could get the golem to do it, yeah.
Where is it?
Okay, so it's right in this square. So he could have walked over there, grabbed it, and then walked over, no problem.
Perfect.
And so he drops a pouch on the ground at your guys' feet, and you can hear a great deal of objects moving around inside of it. And I think at this point, you would detect 3 distinct magical auras.
All right, I can roll spellcraft on each of those.
Okay. Kieran, I shall help you.
I will also help. That's not my Oran voice. That's just my normal voice.
Oh, that's just the Justin voice?
Yes.
I see. I'm waiting for the revamped Oran voice for when that comes out.
I don't help with one of them or the second one. I'm just going to go sit down.
A 9, a natural 1, and an 11. Well, you got the last one.
The 9 was the 2 as well. So you rolled 2, 1, and 4. This is going to go great.
Yeah. Getting them out of the way early.
I doubt I'll do better, but I'll go ahead and roll to aid a little bit.
I mean, you've got to be able to do better than that. It was a 2, a 1, and a 4 on the die.
Oh, well, we'll see. I'm gonna keep good hope on, so take that. DM. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, barely.
Ooh, 14, 10, 24, but they all do succeed on the aid.
All right, so I guess I would still have good hope on if it's minutes per level.
So anything that was minutes per level as of the previous combat with the Vemarak is you've probably got 4 or 5 minutes left on those. Anything minutes per level as of the fight with the omox demons, it's probably only been 2 minutes since then. So
Right. Cool deal.
All right, so with a +6 to this roll, I get so straight roll 26 plus 6 is 32 on the first thing.
okay.
A 33 on the second thing, and a 34 on the second thing, or the third thing. So
Steady progress.
6, 7, 8.
Oh my goodness, this is going great.
You reach your hand into the bag and pull out the first magical aura, and what you pull out is a belt. And you go to identify it, and you're looking at it, and you do succeed, and you find that it is a belt of fallen heroes.
Oh.
That sounds like that's right up Gideon's alley. He wants to be a fallen hero.
He is a fallen hero.
That's true.
So
He has fallen from glory.
this large brass belt has 3 panels depicting scenes of battle. Once per day on command, the wearer can summon the spirit of a hero of one of the depicted battles. This spirit acts as a spiritual ally, though unlike the force created by that spell, the summoned hero is not entirely mindless. Whether or not the summoned hero is active, it attempts to guide its wearer to victory via telepathic warning and advice, granting its user a +1 insight bonus on all saving throws.
Does it actually fight like a spiritual ally, though?
Yeah, it's as the spell spiritual ally. The caster level is 7th. It's a 7th caster level.
Okay, so this particular belt has an additional insight bonus.
Yeah,
to
so it
saving
is.
throws.
Well,
Okay.
it's an additional bonus while the ally is present.
Right, gotcha. That's kind of neat. That's a neat magic
That is
item.
cool.
It's
Yeah.
flavorful.
So the second item that you pull out a pair of bracers, and you appraise these, and you do succeed again, and you find that these are bracers of armor +4. I don't know if
Oh,
those are the same or worse or better than anything Kieran has.
Why does it have to be for Kieran?
Because you have normal armor that's got a better bonus than this, probably.
Maybe we're deciding we want to strip down.
Maybe
That's
Justin
fine.
will. Yeah,
Freedom
just
to
wear
you.
the bracers.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's fine.
I just assumed,
I don't need my 34 AC. It's fine.
I also don't need your 34 AC.
so I've been casting mage armor, which is a +4. And if I used these, I wouldn't have to waste that spell, but I also couldn't wear my sleeves of many garments.
Oh, no.
So when my pants burn off again,
I was going to say, did we ever repair your pants, or are they still...
yes, I repaired my pants and
Risky.
crag it on.
What does mage armor have to do with that?
Mage armor gives you a +4 armor bonus, and these would give you a +4 armor bonus. So if you have these, you don't have to cast mage armor.
I'm sorry. I was thinking mirror image for some stupid reason. I was like,
Oh.
I don't know how that helped. I was so confused for a second.
Yeah, I've just been marking off a level 1 each day for mage armor since it lasts for most of the day, 12 hours. Oh, my sleeves of many garments, though.
Get them
My
out of here.
200 gold sleeves.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I'll put the bracers on, unless somebody else thinks they would value them more. But
Wendell.
No. Wendell. Yeah,
I could
Wendell.
give Wendell my sleeves of many garments.
Yeah, I'm sure he has great use for those.
Yeah.
All right. The third item you pull out is a pair of gloves. And again, you do succeed in identifying them. These are vampiric gloves. They are pale, elegant-looking leather gloves with blood-red stitching on the fingers that bears a startling resemblance to blood-encrusted fingernails.
Nice.
3 times per day, the wearer can use Vampiric Touch and Bleed. If the wearer uses Vampiric Touch and holds the charge dissipates if the gloves are removed. Though Vampiric Touch is normally a touch attack, the wearer can instead use that ability as a ranged touch attack with a range of 30 feet, but only against a dying target or a target suffering from a bleed effect. When using Vampiric Touch in this way, the wearer must hold the charge on a missed ranged touch attack. If the wearer is suffering from a bleed effect, He may expend 1 use of vampiric touch to end the bleed effect.
Interesting. I don't know if flavorfully those fit our party.
I think so.
I'm good. I mean, I'm fine.
I gotta say, all of those items, yeah, they were items, weren't they?
They were something.
And finally, there is more in this pouch. You take out a bunch of coins and trinkets, and if you guys take 2-3 minutes to add them all up, you do collect approximately 2,445 gold pieces in loose coins and random trinkets.
And there's no indication as to who this may have belonged to?
No, it's just a fairly generic pouch. You
Interesting.
don't know if it was being collected by one of the demons or maybe some of the other fae that come around here. Maybe they spend time in the area. You're not sure.
So, do we have any indication of... Oh, yes, we do. There is this opening at the back here. This is also an opening to the northwest?
Yes, there appears to be 2 areas that you have not fully explored. One to the northwest and the other pretty much straight kind of southwestish.
Anybody have any thoughts on which direction to go? Although I might want to heal a little bit before we progress, but once we get that out of the way, any thoughts? Anyone feeling drawn to a particular direction?
I am not. I will trust in your guidance.
Well, I think we can go down because that's where I had found an enemy earlier. And he kind of looks at Gideon and winks.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. I was clicking away. What'd you wink at me for?
No reason. Wink again.
Wink, wink.
All right.
By the way, Justin, at this point in time, your golem has expired.
And then he disappears.
Is that what he says to you telepathically?
Yes.
All right, so Kieran's vote would be to go to this northernly area first.
Okay, so we got a vote for the north and a vote for the south.
I agree with north. I don't know who said south.
I thought Jessup had said something about going to the south.
He was joking because of what he said last week when he pretended there was an enemy down there to get...
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're going north.
Oh, goodness.
That's my Oran voice.
Oh, my goodness.
That is right, Oran. We are going north.
Oran, I feel like your voice keeps changing.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get used to this body. It's kind of it's a weird experience. You got to stay human. I'm a halfling. Okay.
How does that work with your age? Because dwarves can live to be very long, very old, but do halflings live that old? Or
We should not bring up a sore subject.
I don't know.
My voice changes too. The vocal cords, it's just on a daily basis.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, mine does as well, and it's not intentional. So.
I'll be honest. I've been trying to make it sound, a little bit more deep than it is.
So, Kieran, the problem for you, this thing called puberty.
I mean, I've been there, done that, Jessup, but I appreciate that. Thank you.
Have you? You don't really ever seem to grow a beard.
I did grow a beard before we got to crack
I have.
again.
Jessup pats his bag. I have his shavings.
You're correct. I'm sorry. I forgot. Weirdo.
Ooh, actually, I have Oran's beard shavings too, so I could turn into a dwarf and not him using his own beard.
All right, you got me there.
I love how your character's inconsistent voices now have an in-world justification. Just, this new body is really weird.
It's weird. It's a weird body, man.
What's Kieran's excuse? So sad. Sorry to say that.
It's because he's being played by a woman who cannot do a low register.
All right, so let me describe as what you guys see as you go to this northwestern area here. First, you notice that the blooms of bright red, yellow, and purple mushrooms line the walls of this area, and there is a swelteringly hot... There's this sweltering heat coming from the north. Just as you get into where you are now, you can feel it's almost like a wall of heat as you start walking in here. Like what it would be. I don't know if any of your characters would have experienced this, but if you were in like a very dense rainforest, super humid, super hot, as opposed to the rest of the area, which has been fairly cool room temperature, you see healthy strands of snowflowers, sugar stick, and various orchids all around this area. To the north, let me reveal a little bit more of what you would see from where you're standing. There is it seems like a disarrayed campsite with a bedroll, a pot positioned over a smoldering fire, and other supplies strewn about. You can just barely pick up pages of yellow parchment scattered messily across the loaming floor in the distance there. As you guys approach this area, however, you're looking around, and I need everybody to roll a perception check.
I don't need to. I see that figure right there.
Yeah, you see a figure there. But I'm getting there's lots of things going on. I'm getting one by one here. Yes, perception check.
My perception is a 22.
God. Stop.
Oran's forgotten to sub to roll 20 again, so you're
nat
getting natural
one.
ones all day.
It's like my third or fourth one.
I think it's your second.
No,
All right.
no.
As you guys are walking along, there are vines covering the floor here. And as you go along, Kieran, you're walking, or actually you'd probably be flying, so it's probably more likely Oran who walks in here at the back of the pack. And you hit one of the vines that the other three walked over or flew over. And you hear the sounds of these vines moving. And then suddenly, out of the left corner of your eye, a huge, like, barbed thorn maul made of vines and thorns swings down towards all of you. Gideon, you passed your perception check, so you are not flat-footed against this trap's attack. The other three of you are flat-footed because you did not pass the perception check.
And let me just say, for those listening, that Josh rolled a 43, I rolled a 22, Oran rolled a natural one for a 14, and Jessup rolled a 20.
All right. So that is a 30 to hit Kieran's flat-footed AC,
Oh, for sure.
a 31 to hit Oran's flat-footed AC.
That misses.
All right. You block it. A natural one for 16 to hit Jessup's flat-footed AC. And then a 28 to hit Gideon's not flat-footed AC. So, unfortunately, the only one who actually gets hit by this is Kieran, who was flying and could not have triggered the trap.
How is Jessup's AC so high?
Don't sound so.
Well, it's just
Judgy.
in most combats, you're always like, oh, Jessup's so squishy. That definitely hits, but...
Well, I got the new armor recently.
Okay, all right.
I sense suspicion in the air.
I mean, you can check my character sheet over here if you prefer. I mean, the celestial armor I have is a 9 AC bonus.
Okay, all right.
That
right.
sounds super judgy, guys.
Yeah, it does sound super judgy. I'm sorry, Brandon. You deserve better.
Kieran, you take 39 points of damage
Lovely.
as this swinging thorn trap smashes into you, but Jessup is able to duck just out of the way, being farther behind, and Oran is able to block it since you took the brunt of the damage and slowed the swing just enough. Gideon was actually too far ahead, and what little bit of it could have clipped him, he just raises his shield and is able to get out of the way.
Yeah, what happens is it's like an anime where a character gets hit and he's flung back into this wall and leaves an indent in the wall.
I also would like you to roll a d4.
Okay. 1.
1. Okay. Kieran, with a 1, a single barbed thorn breaks off from this swinging thorn trap and embeds itself in your skin. You take a -1 penalty on attack rolls and skill checks for the next 24 hours, unless it is removed with a heal check.
Wow, I'm just, at this point, I'm just used to stacking all these debuffs.
Are we in danger right now?
No, so the next thing that happens, as the thorn trap goes off and hits all of you, the creature that you see on the other side of this chamber up by the campsite, standing there, it gets to its feet and it kind of looks in your direction, not really alarmed, but made aware of your presence via the trap. It says, "Travelers, what could you possibly want? Don't seem like the type to come sniffing my pretty flowers. I'm very busy indeed, though that blasted dragon scoffs at my work for our mistress's schemes. I assume you aren't here on that scrabbly pretender's behalf. I assume you're here to mock me, is that it? Or maybe someone finally appreciates my brilliant plans and important work?"
I'm not trying to scoff at you. What is your work? You grow flowers?
Oh, yes, I have a great deal of experiments going on with the various flora in this area. I have been trying to cultivate some very particularly nasty, virulent strands of mushrooms recently.
Interesting. Just mushrooms?
Oh, no, there's plenty of other things, but recently I've been focusing on mushrooms.
To what end?
Oh, well, you know, the Darkblight is going around, and I thought, well, the Darkblight could be such a nice tool to come up with new and unseen types of poisons and maybe medicines, but mostly poisons and maybe diseases, you know, good stuff.
I would beg to differ. I personally have been hit by poisons one too many times and almost died to them several times. So I can't say I'm a fan of poisons myself.
Oh? What kind of poisons? What were the effects? How did you feel?
I felt like death and I almost died. There was one where I felt like my life force was being drained and I think I turned like purple. I'm not really sure. It was odd and I don't want to relive it.
Interesting, very interesting. I will have to try to mimic these effects sometime. Anyways, who are you? What are you doing here?
Oh, I mean, well, my name's Kieran, and these are my companions, Jessup, Oran, and Gideon. Who might you be?
I am Aureli, the right hand of Arlantia, or, well, I would be if not for that blasted dragon.
Right hand? You seem to be quite important then.
Oh yes, very important, though I've been somewhat neglected these past few years. I'm hoping that perhaps I can cultivate a truly awful poison disease, something here to catch our mistress's attention once more.
So why would you say that you've been neglected by Arlantia?
Oh, ever since that dragon came and pronounced herself Duchess over the area, Arlantia's been... she just hasn't called on me. All of the visitors have gone through Nefexi, and she permits them to come, and I'm just here and trying to continue my research, and my uses are not being fully utilized, I feel. I could do so much more.
Well, let me just tell you, between the two of us, I don't think Nefexi is going to be bothering you anymore.
Oh? Why is that?
We passed through her area on our way here, and I think she's been slain.
A moment of silence goes by, and Aureli, and I'll blow up the image here so you can see what she looks like.
Blow it up!
Ooh,
oh my goodness.
That's cool.
You can see that she is a small-sized creature. You're not sure exactly what creature she is. You could roll a knowledge nature to try to figure that out, just from looking at her. But she does have a pick that is attached to her belt. So Jessup and Kieran, both of you with a 26 and a 22, you are able to identify what this creature is. So each of you are able to get... actually, Kieran, you get one piece of information, Jessup can get two, but these creatures are known as Pechs, P-E-C-H. They are pale yellow humanoids with blank, bulging white eyes and gangly arms and legs. They are neutral, well, typically neutral, small fae. You don't know if this creature is neutral. You do detect that there might be some level of blighted corruption going on, as kind of has been the case for all Fae in this area, so that's not really surprising. What would you like to know about this type of creature?
They have cool special racial abilities.
You know that, typically speaking, Pecks are known for having something called Peck magic. So if 4 of them work together, they can cast Wall of Stone once per day. If 8 of them work together, they can cast Stone to Flesh once per day.
That would have been useful.
Man, I need 8 friends of them.
They also have Earth Mastery, which is kind of the same thing that Earth Elementals do, where they get a bonus to hit and damage if them and their enemy are on ground. And they have Stone Knowledge. So they're very effective against stone-type creatures, and they know a lot about stones.
So with Earth Mastery and their affinity for Earth, do they have a burrow speed?
Is that your question?
Yes, that's my question.
Does not have a burrow speed.
Okay, interesting. So just a land speed then, I'm guessing?
Just a normal walking around speed.
Okay.
Jessup, you can ask one more question.
Sure. They have any immunities?
They are immune to petrification.
Makes sense. Jessup
needs to learn from them.
If Jason, that would have been flavorful if you had Jessup come back with reincarnation as a Peck so he can no longer be petrified. That would have been ironic.
It's not a playable race. That would be a lot of work to figure out how that works. But
you would have done it.
Well, anyways, back to after a bit of a pause, Aurelie, you see her eyes go wide and there's like a big grin on her face. She says, "Really? You say the dragon's been slain? Oh my. If that's true, then this is a wonderful day. I have no other rivals here now. I'd certainly love to meet who it was who put that nasty dragon down. She was trying to usurp me, especially after her plant transformation. That was certainly worrisome when I learned of that. But if what you say is true, then I don't have to worry about that anymore at all."
Could I get a sense motive?
Yeah.
36?
36. You can tell that she genuinely did not like Nefexi.
Okay.
Everything that she's said about her distaste for Nefexi, her feelings of Nefexi trying to take over her role as the right hand of Arlantia, all of that, 100% true.
Okay. Well, actually, we are the ones who took care of her.
Is that so? Do you have any proof that it's you and you're not just claiming someone else's work?
I don't know if this is going to be much proof to you, but I do carry some of her scales with me. Although I think it would be easy enough for us to have pulled them off her dead body, so you may just have to take our word for it.
Well, I suppose that's true, but if nothing else, it's certainly proof that she is dead. She wouldn't just let someone take one of these while she still lived.
Could I try to roll a diplomacy to aid in the persuasion?
Sure.
Ooh, not as great. 29.
29.
So 29 with the bonus of whatever for handing the scale.
Okay. She says, "I suppose that will do as proof for now. Maybe sometime when I get the chance, I'll go up and inspect her body myself. Maybe the dark blight within her could help further my research. Something to consider for sure. Well, if what you say is really true, and I'm willing to believe you, perhaps would you like to have a meal with me?" And she pulls out a wooden bowl with various, it looks like a mushroom soup of some kind.
So you see, no offense, but you said you have an affinity for poisons and disease. So you'll have to forgive us if we're a little
specifically
less inclined.
Mushrooms.
Yes, you did mention poison mushrooms, and that looks to be a mushroom soup.
No. You see, poison mushrooms are not very good to eat, so you don't use the poison mushrooms for your edibles. The edible mushrooms are on the other side of the chamber.
That's right. Edibles are very
edibles?
different.
That's a different story.
Yes.
I'll take
it's
your
a fantasy
edibles.
world. It shouldn't be too hard to find some magic mushrooms.
So now not only is Kieran an alcoholic, but he is now also a drug addict.
Oh no, he's just using some psychedelics. That's hardly addictive.
So Kieran will walk up and will look at the bowl and inspect it. I don't know if there's any check that can be made to see, like, it probably is survival, and I have a -1 in that right now.
Or Oran would take a spoonful.
Okay.
got pretty good poison resistance. This will be okay.
Yep. So you take the bowl and you take some of it, and I mean it's actually a pretty decent mushroom stew, and you
Delicious.
you eat it, and you don't feel like there's any poison in it.
See, that's the thing, though, is if you're really good against poison, it could be poisoned. You wouldn't be affected. You'd be like, oh, it's fine. Kieran takes a bite and then dies.
Okay, stop
Amazing.
using big brain. All right, you're big brain in this. It's delicious mushroom stew. Just eat a bowl.
But what if it could be blighted edibles? You could be eating blighted stew.
I do like the appeal to just stop using big brain.
Don't use big brain. Don't big brain this. Just dig in.
That would be an awful waste of dark blight if you were to put that in stew.
I do have a question while you're here. As we were entering into your camping area here, I was hit by a thorn. Do you know, are you able to get this out?
Oh, well, let me see. How deep is it at this point? It's fairly recent. I mean, I could pull it out for you. I'm not a healer.
All right. Well, I just
so I don't know if it wouldn't be delicate, but I can certainly pull it out for you.
You know what? That's all right. Don't worry about it. I'll just let it be. At this point, I'm in pain all the time. So what is a little extra?
You heard me at the beginning. Existence is pain.
Yes.
Well, there's also some pounded mushroom cakes if you'd like, and I have some tea.
Kieran, if you want, I mean, I can pull that out probably. I'm pretty good with a wound.
Okay, yes, just do it quick. I'm not going to look.
And I did a fly check.
Oh, and it was a 0. I'm so glad that was a heal.
Punch it into his body?
It kind of goes through the other side.
Better in than out, I always say.
Yeah, always starts pushing it deeper. It's going to come out the other side. It'll be fine.
No, stop,
like an
please,
arrow.
take it back.
25.
Okay. With a DC 25 heal check, you are able to remove this thorn.
Wait. It was DC 25, or you're saying just because
it was DC 20. He rolled a 25.
Oh, I was like, that's a tough DC. Good golly.
It was in there. I had to put my feet on your arm and everything to pull it out.
Because you drop kicked it in further.
Yeah, I just picture like halfling Oran has his legs bracing on either side while he's trying to yank this thorn out of me.
So as you pull the thorn out, Aurelia's like, if you don't mind, I could use that. One of my recipes requires a bit of fresh blood.
Well, how about a little bit of a trade? Nothing physical, just some information.
Sure. What would you like to know?
Well, I'm not the big brain of the group, but I don't know. Maybe tell us a little bit more about the blight, like where it comes from and.
The blight. Oh, well, that's easy enough. The blight comes from Yaharlu, where Arlantia resides. She's been growing that for quite some time, and it's been spreading slowly, but surely. And
did we know anything about Yaharlu, guys?
Oh, Yaharlu? Oh, yes, it's down below. Oh, you weren't asking her?
I was asking the group because I just don't remember hearing Yaharlu as like a place.
I don't think you have.
Okay, so this is the first. That's what I was asking. Is this like the first instance of us hearing this?
Yeah, that's the first time you've heard the term Yaharlu, I believe.
Oh, okay. So then Oran would be like, first I've ever heard of Yaharlu. Why don't you expound on that a bit? That sounds like an interesting place.
Oh, yes. Yaharlu is essentially Arlantia's throne room now. It's where she first opened up the portal to the abyss and such. And it's where she's been growing the Dark Blight. She spends most of her time down there. I haven't been down there for a long time, to be honest, but is that where you're going? Are you going to seek an audience with her?
I don't know. Yeah, probably.
Interesting. Well, I wish you luck with your audience. We've had quite a few visitors recently. There was a squad of hobgoblins I saw. They didn't come speak to me like you did, but I saw them in the distance walking around.
Squad of hobgoblins, huh?
Oh, yes. There were, I didn't count them, maybe half a dozen or so.
Must be the Legion.
But they also sought an audience with Arlantia. Again, Arlantia has not been calling upon me, so I'm not really aware of what their audience was all about, but perhaps she will rely on me more now that the dragon's gone. Who knows?
Do you know how they got here?
Oh, I don't know. I know that they went through Nefexi. Nefexi let them in, but I assume that they just walked down like you did. Were you expecting something else? I don't know what you mean.
Well, we had to use quite a few different ways to get here ourselves, and it was quite complicated.
Oh, well, I don't know. I just assumed that if they were seeking an audience with Arlantia, then Arlantia would have opened a path for them.
Just a look at the other thing. Well, maybe we should have just asked for passage. Sorry. Maybe we should just ask them for passage.
Oh, perhaps you should have. I mean, Arlantia has eyes and ears throughout all of the Fangwood. She surely would have heard you.
Also, this is going back a little bit in the conversation, but you're not going to use my blood for any sort of blood magic, are you?
No, not blood magic. There's a particular poison I'm trying to make. I don't know if it'll work, but I think it'll be a nice test.
Well, if you use my blood, does that mean I'd be immune to the effects of this poison?
I don't think so.
Oh, bummer.
Unless your blood is somehow bonded to you outside of your own body.
That's probably not. It was just wishful thinking. Do you make any antidotes for poison?
On occasion, but not often. It's not quite as fun to make the antidotes.
All right, it was worth a shot.
Everybody give me a perception check just in this chamber as you're looking around.
Yeah, Gideon's been silent and just watching, taking in the room, trying to maybe roll the occasional sense motive sort of thing. Good Hope is probably expired, yeah? Or is it still up, do you think?
Probably at this point.
I'm gonna check it off.
Yep. Go ahead and take some off that one then.
Oh, well, I already turned it off and got a 23, so.
So mine's a 22.
Mine's a 37.
Garrett rolled a 19.
Okay. So yeah, all of you do notice that in this chamber, once you get to this where the campsite is, carved multiple times on the walls in Abyssal. So any of you who speak Abyssal, you see it and you could translate it for anyone who doesn't. You see a line engraved, says, "Shall stand proud to station earned." And I believe you might have heard that phrase before.
To stand proud at station earned?
To station earned.
To station earned?
Yes.
We've seen that before.
I believe so. I'm checking to make sure. Yes, so the ring, the Dryad Song ring that Meryl had was engraved with that phrase.
Oh, interesting.
With your perception checks, you do also notice that Aurelie wears a ring on a silver chain around her neck that looks very similar to those two rings you have before.
So do you want like initiative now, or...
The final thing, the only one of you who notices this is Gideon. Gideon, as you're looking around, they're looking at the walls, Aurelie and whatnot, and haven't been partaking in the conversation, so you've been looking much more thoroughly. In the ceiling, you see that this chamber, the ceiling goes up quite a distance. There's maybe 40 or so feet up, and it gets quite dark up there with all the vines concealing everything. But you are able to just barely make out movement in the vines. It's very subtle, and you think you see about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like a dozen different legs in various areas, like insectile looking legs, kind of twitch every now and then. And as you focus at it, it's in the ceiling above you.
Oh.
And as you focus on it, it looks like there are 3 huge scorpions in the vines above. And it looks like they're currently like sleeping. Like they don't make any movement to you. Like they haven't done anything while you've been in here. It's just you do notice that they are up there above you.
So this whole time, Gideon's not been involved in the conversation. So he's going to kind of try to non-verbally get Jessup's attention and kind of just gesture or like point up as subtly as possible so that Jessup can see as well because he's right next to him.
Okay, as subtly as possible.
As subtly, I'll roll bluff or something. I don't know, man. I'll roll whatever you want me to. Diplomacy? Diplomacy sounds really reasonable, if you ask me.
You say roll bluff or stealth.
Just do knowledge religion.
I imagine that like Gideon's doing like the yawn trick, and he's just like, "Ugh," and he's just kind of pointing up. "Ugh."
Jessup, I can't wait to when I pray to Milani today and look up to the stars.
Upwards.
So yeah, give me a bluff or a stealth check, whatever you'd like.
By Milani's grace, I should hope to see the stars tonight. 18.
All right. You say that and try to draw their attention upwards, and Aurelie sees you and she says, "Oh yes, don't mind them. They are just pets. They won't bother you. Your guests of Arlantia, yes, they have nothing against you. No need to fear them." But yeah, the rest of you can look up, and you do, after being pointed out, you do see. I'll just put them on the map since everybody's aware of them here.
No, you don't have to. Mm-mm.
Oh
my.
my.
Oh, don't worry about them. Oh, yeah, don't worry about them.
Just dripping poison. I mean, Kieran's basically dead just being in their presence.
Yeah, just looking at them, he loses 2 con.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it. It's not that big a deal.
Jason, you blew it up and it was the same size
I
as that
know,
on the
exactly.
map.
I was going to say that too.
Yeah.
Blowing it up did nothing.
I think it made it smaller.
It made it smaller. Yeah.
The tokens are all the same size. I can't do anything about that. But yeah, Aurelie's just like, yes, they're actually very useful. You know, every now and then while they're sleeping, some of their poison venom will drip out, and if you're quick enough, you can put a bowl under it and collect it, and it's very useful in the ingredients.
Am I right that we need the thing that you said it's a necklace with a ring or whatever that she's got?
She has a silver chain around her neck, and there's a ring on it that looks like the 2 that you have before.
And we need it.
You know that the Dryad Song artifact that you have gets more powerful with the rings. You're not, like, you don't have, like, 100% confirmation that you need all 4 rings to do anything. Like, if you wanted to do the 4th ring power, you would, but you don't know that you necessarily need them.
One does not simply not complete the staff.
You are free to do what you want.
Can I
Time for violence.
I don't know. We could always just have Jessup do his thing.
I'll ask for it if Jason agrees to just remove those scorpions from the map first.
Yeah.
Okay. They go back to sleep.
I was going to say, it's like a bee. I'd rather see it there than not see it.
No. Well, I think we have everything we need, right, gang? Just press on.
Sure. Yes, it was lovely speaking with you. We might try to stop here on our way out after we've spoken with Arlantia and see how your poisons are coming along.
Oh, well, yes, by all means, come back when you have a chance. Tell Arlantia I said hi.
Certainly, we'll do that. Again, I'm sorry, what was your name?
Yes, my name is Aurelie.
Aurelie. Well, it was pleasant speaking with you, Aurelie, and if there's anything that you need from us, just let us know.
Oh, for sure, I will. I'll look through some of my ingredient books and see if there's anything you can provide.
Just Jessup goes away.
Okay, I guess we're just gonna let her be.
All right.
Well, gang, I think I saw something over in that acid.
Gideon, as they're walking away, will ask, do we not need that ring, or do you not think that it is important?
Do you say that in earshot of her?
No, once we're out.
Okay.
Right in front of her. Do you think we should kill her and steal that ring?
Jessup's like trying to coach us over here to talk.
Why would we not steal that ring and murder her? I don't...
Just one more thing that you notice. As you're leaving the spike thorn trap, you do notice that the vines are slowly retracting back into the ceiling. It's not reset or anything, but over time you think it probably will automatically reset itself. So you just notice that, that's all.
Friends, so the ring on her necklace.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
Do we need it? Because I have a feeling that she's not going to part with it.
Yeah.
Remind me of the magical properties that the rings will bring to the item, the artifact that we found.
If we have one of the rings, we can cast Entangle and Wood Shape 3 times per day each. With 2 rings, we can cast Blight, Diminish Plants, Plant Growth, and Tree Stride, each once per day. With 3 rings, we can cast Black Tentacles once per day. We can animate the fungal matter in the area in lieu of creating extra-dimensional tendrils. And with all 4 rings, we can recite the full poem on the scepter as a full round action to purge a single creature within 60 feet of the Darkblight's taint, as if successfully cast Remove Curse and Remove Disease at the same time. Even removing the Blighted Fey template from the target creature, which they can resist with a will save. So I don't know if it's something where Arlantia could be redeemed with this item, if we could just remove the Darkblight's taint from her?
Yes. I do prefer a non-violent route if one can be had.
Well, I mean, we can go back and ask for it. I don't know if she'd be willing to trade, but it's probably of great value to her, and I don't know if there's anything that we would have that she would want in placement of it.
I'm assuming Arlantia gave that to her. I'm assuming. And I think she is under the assumption that we are allies? Whether or not she'll give it, who knows?
Yes, I'm not sure. We could maybe ask to borrow it for a bit, give something else in place as collateral.
You know, I would feel more inclined without those creepy crawlies on the ceiling.
That is a fine angle, Kieran, though. Wordsmith, what do you think you could do with it, Jessup? Do you think you could convince her?
Probably without those creepy crawlies on the ceiling. If you must, I will try.
I don't think we're at must. What do you think, Oran?
Yeah, I mean, I think we try. It's kind of an important relic. It certainly wouldn't hurt to have it in the fight against her, with the ability to remove the taint and everything. And then, you could always ask for it. One of the plays I think we could do is, it animates fungal stuff. We could always tell her we're trying to build the scepter to, create more fungus among us.
As much as she seems like a friend, if she knows we already have 2 of the rings and a 3rd will make us grow fungus, I have an inkling she may attack us to take it for herself.
Well, in which case we'll have to kill her and the scorpions and take the ring.
Oh, okie dokie.
I mean, I don't love that idea because chances are I'll probably die in that fight. It's just not, the odds are not in my favor if there's scorpions that have poison and she has poison and everybody has poison. I will probably die yet again.
Jessup walks over, puts his hand on Kieran's shoulder. Don't worry. May the odds be forever in your favor.
They never are, Jessup. They literally never are.
You're alive, still, somehow?
Yes,
I mean, it's really Oran.
Right, and I was reminded by Oran not too long ago that we're running out of resources and we may get to the point where I cannot be brought back, and I really don't want to get to that point. It's not ideal for me.
Are we going to do this then?
I don't know, any thoughts? Any clever things that we could say to have her give it to us, even temporarily? Like I said, we've got a bag full of valuable items, but I just don't know if any of these would be worth it to her.
What about something as another poison component?
I don't personally have anything like that, I don't think. I could offer her my blood, just more of it.
Just more blood.
You don't need that.
Yeah.
Oh, I can give her a wand of stinking cloud and a wand of acid arrow. I'm sure she would love those super high level spells.
Yeah, I really don't have anything that would be like components for poison. So, yeah, I don't know. We could just go in and ask.
Could offer to let her test a poison on me. She could definitely try. I mean, I'm pretty hardy against poison, and she'd get to try it out and see the results. I'd be fine with that.
I would pledge my body for that too.
Is Wendell here? Does Wendell know why she would have that ring? Because I know his family had one of them, right?
Yeah, so if you call out to Wendell, he is standing 10 feet away, invisible. He says, "Oh yes, Wendell's here. Meryl is here too. She's right over there. Oh yes, you can't see her. Well, anyways, yes. So Wendell's grandmother told Wendell that she found her ring in Nefexi's nest and stole it from her. I don't know much about the other rings, though."
Wendell, I would hate to put you in danger, so I don't want you to agree to this right now, but what is your skill? Do you think you could swipe it off while you're invisible? Pilfer it?
Oh, Wendell does not think that would happen because the ring is around her neck and she would see the chain going over her face if I tried to raise it off, and it's metal, so if I cut it, it would make a noise. And she seemed very perceptive. To be honest, I didn't get as close as you guys. I was quite far away, but I noticed that she noticed that you had tried to make the others notice, the scorpions, and she seemed very keen of eyes. So Wendell is very sneaky, but, I mean, Wendell can try, but Wendell is not confident.
I would not ask you to try. Thank you, Wendell. Well, gentlemen, that seems the extent of our council. Jessup, I have often deferred to you. I pledged my shield to Nirmathis after all, and although you don't accept hierarchy, I do see you as the one best fit to make this choice.
You are the king of Nirmathis, Jessup. Your orders are our orders.
All hail the king, long may he live.
King of Nirmathis, King Jessup, Elfbane.
May he be benevolent.
Not Elfbane, I hope not. You're an elf now. That would be bad.
Hose imperialist Mulhoon.
Let's go.
All right, Jessup, let's go.
We're gonna go. So I guess.
Best of luck.
Wait, what? No, you're gonna come with.
All right, so I do remember there's a trap here. So is there something I can do to avoid this trap?
It hasn't reset yet.
Okay, all right. Then
It's still slowly. You can see it's gone a couple inches more. It's slowly getting up there.
As always, Jessup, I think that you should be the one to do the talking.
You guys walk back into the chamber, and Aurelia looks. She's like, "Oh, that took significantly less time than I was expecting."
We have returned for, well, any gestures to Jessup?
Yes. Actually, when we were leaving, I remembered something familiar about the necklace that you were wearing.
Oh, yes. You probably saw one just like it with Nefexi's lair, I'm no doubt.
I?
No?
Where did you seem to acquire yours?
Oh, I stole it from her, of course.
Oh, but she wasn't too thrilled.
Oh, I'm sure she wasn't, but she has no way of finding out who it was.
Well, she definitely doesn't now, because she's dead.
It's a nice trophy. It's one of the few ways that I've gotten over her, shown her that I'm the better of us by stealing her stuff.
No doubt, in my mind. Actually, we were wondering if you wouldn't mind trading something for it. We would like to acquire it for ourselves and our pilgrimage.
Oh, well, I suppose maybe. Though it has been quite helpful to me. It has some properties that I have been using to help protect myself somewhat here and there. I mean, if you're trading, then perhaps something of equivalent value, some sort of protective device or something. Depending on what it is, I could see maybe.
So Jessup will turn to Kieran and kind of motion him. Our friend Kieran is the trove of collectibles. I'm sure he can figure out something to help with the trade.
So I do have something here that might be interesting. This was found in Nefexi's trove as well. It is a gloom blade, and while it may not be used for defense, it would be something that you could use as proof that you slew Nefexi, if that should be your goal. We would be happy to pass that title on to you, even though, we may be the ones who actually slew her, but for all intents and purposes, and for regaining your station, if you would want to be the one to take credit for that and use this as proof, we would be happy to pass that on to you.
Oh, I'm afraid that doesn't quite interest me. I wouldn't really be able to convince Arlantia of that. She probably saw the whole ordeal herself through her various eyes in the forest, so she already knows well that it wasn't me who did it. So even if I were to grant that to her, I don't think it would do much to convince her of that.
I mean, it wouldn't necessarily have to be for her, though. Surely there are others that you could gain credibility with by saying that you slew the dragon.
Oh, I don't particularly care about any of them.
None at all, really?
No, they can think what they want. As long as I know that I am the true right hand, it's all fine to me.
All right. Well, we have other things. I mean, I don't know if you're interested in... What would you say would be the value that we're looking at for this ring?
Well, to be honest, I'm not quite sure how you non-Fae do your currency. So I don't really know if I can give you a number, because I don't really know what the value of your currency is. You could keep showing me items, I suppose. Perhaps there's something in there.
We have this cloak. It's beautifully decorated with spiders. I know you have scorpions for pets, but spiders are not that far off. It's called a cloak of arachnida, if you would be interested in something like this.
Oh, interesting. Did you happen to get that from up above?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, I don't think I want that one. Hopefully you don't run into any foul business having that. Don't know if I would have picked that up if I were you.
Oh, should we put it back on our way out? We weren't sure.
Oh, it's far too late for that. When they come back, they'll notice that everything was disturbed.
Okay, who's they? Could you be a bit more specific?
Oh, I don't know their names, just spiders, you know.
Oh, great.
Lovely. Those old things.
I never bothered to converse with them.
He'll just tuck that back in there.
They've been away for a bit, sending a message, and once they get back, they're not going to like to see that things were moved.
I mean, most of what we have here is all... I mean, I've got rings of protection, cloaks of resistance, I've got all manner of weapons, but I don't have anything really protective. We do have a dragon slayer shield, but if you don't care much about professing your renown as a dragon slayer, then it's probably of no use to you.
Yeah, so out of game a little bit, just to let you know, any sort of magic weapon or protective device worth at least 15,000 gold pieces would be enough to allow you a check. If you go beyond that, you might get a bonus on your diplomacy check for the trade, but you'd be looking at, I mean, you could give multiple items as well, but you'd be looking to do around about there. So magic weapons would count. There's a number of things that would, it doesn't have to be a weapon, but like offensive magical items or defensive magical items.
So did they have to be small sized in order for her to want them?
If they're, I mean, wondrous items don't have a size, so in that case, no. Armor and weapons, probably.
Okay, hold on. I just found something that may be... Ooh, she may like this. All right, so it's not 15,000, but we could stack it with other stuff probably, right?
Yeah.
So the Dagger of Venom, it's just flavorfully like what she does. So +1 dagger has serrated edge, allows them to use a poison effect upon a creature struck by the blade once, can decide to use the power after it's struck, blah, blah, blah. So it's poison themed, but it's only 8,302. So that would be one thing that we could give, and then we could stack that with like, I don't know.
What's that spell storing punch dagger worth? I never use it.
Because we also have the luck blade too. It doesn't have any wishes, but...
Theming might be enough too, though. She said it had a certain use to her. If we can replace or better the utility, that might be enough. I mean, with Fae, if I remember, some of the lore is like the concepts of money are a little warped.
Yeah, so the +1 spell storing dagger would effectively be, I think, 8,000. Yeah, so it would be effectively like 8,000 something. So if you put those together, I mean, that would kind of be two of the same item because they're both kind of daggers, but you could add them together. It would be roughly 16k if you don't know if she'd be willing to have that or not.
Yeah, I do think I like the Dagger of Venom because it's thematic.
Thematic, yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
And then like we could give we have like studded leather armor, but again, it's not a small size, so I don't know if it would be helpful for her or not.
You can see that she has armor on that looks pretty decent, so I don't know your inventory. You might have something better than what she has, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, all we have is +3 staunching studded leather armor and +3 improved shadow studded leather armor.
Yeah, so it looks like she has some sort of breastplate on, so that probably is not as good mechanically as what she has.
Didn't we find another bag of holding?
We did, but I had it marked as something we wanted to keep.
I have a ring of protection +3 also.
Oh, she might like that. Well, I just didn't know if we can convince her if we wanted to give her a bag of holding to be able to stuff more mushrooms and things in.
We'll just give her 8 potions of haste.
Haste!
Because the Kragadan ring functions as a ring of protection +3, right?
That is correct.
Oh, wait, you're
Yeah.
giving that or a different one?
No, I had another one before I got the Kragadan ring.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't have two anyway.
Yeah. So ring of protection +3 is 18,000. So if you put that and the dagger, you'd be well over 20. You might get a
That would give
bonus.
us a good bonus, yeah.
We could give her the belt of fallen heroes. I don't think any of us wanted to use that.
I loved that.
Yeah, if you want to really like jack this bonus up,
Yeah.
I like unsarcastically, I will allow you to do that if you want to just really, really get that in there.
I don't think we need to pay her off that much. I think a ring of protection and the dagger might do it.
I don't know when we're ever going to sell all of these things that we have. We'll never, ever sell them all.
I say we do it, but Jessup is one for trading multiple things and getting scolded, so he's for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, the amount of items I have in red, the worth of them is 287,000.
Holy
So,
crap.
We're never,
You're never going
ever-
to sell all that.
We're never going to sell this stuff. So I say, let's just start offloading it. So
Yeah, it kind of makes sense because the whole premise that I read a lot online with GMs is that Iron Fang Invasion, they reduce the amount of time that you have to buy specific stuff in exchange for giving just way more loot than you would normally see in an adventure path. You've been scaling it back, by the way. Like I've taken some things out and you're still way up there.
so I would say let's just do the Belt of Fallen Heroes and the Dagger of Venom. Those together put us at 29,302. So
Oh, we don't have anything to round it up.
I have little things. We could give her some gems, making it even.
And just hold on
30K.
to the ring for now. You
Yeah.
think?
Could give her the platinum cutlery.
I didn't think about this, but we could just buy a lot of our end friends as end of negotiations. Just instead of fighting, what if I just gave you a ridiculous amount of money? You know?
Yeah. So Jason, I'm gonna give her the Belt of Fallen Heroes, which is 21,000, the Dagger of Venom, which is 8,302, and then Platinum Cutlery, which is 900. Make it a 30,202. Because maybe she'll use the Platinum Cutlery to cut her mushrooms. So
Exactly. That's my thought.
that is what we're putting on the table.
Okay. Looking at her stat block here, she does not appear to have a belt equipped, so she is more than willing to accept the Belt of Fallen Heroes. The Dagger of Venom, after you explain its purposes, she does nod and say, "Oh, yes, that would be very interesting. Perhaps I could use this for some interesting ingredients and interesting recipes. I wonder what kind of poison it makes." And then the cutlery, she kind of looks at it for a while. She says, it's very different than the wooden bowls I've been using. I can give it a try. I'm not sure what it will be like, but it certainly is shiny.
It'll taste refined.
Oh, interesting. So yes, with that, you said it was 30,000?
30,000, yep.
So you can make a bluff check. I mean, Jessup can make a bluff check, and you get a +5 circumstance bonus.
Can we aid this check?
Anyone who helped with the diplomacy, yeah.
So it has to be bluff, right?
Yes. Well, no, bluff or diplomacy. Sorry, you are actually lying. And I was, yeah. So you can make a. Where did I go to read that? Yes, a bluff or diplomacy. I'm sorry, I read the first one and I didn't read diplomacy on the line after that. So either or.
Then I auto aid.
Is Jessup, does it matter for you which one?
Technically, my diplomacy would be 2 higher
Okay,
than my
so
bluff.
I would auto aid with diplomacy. I have a 12.
Oran, will you contribute?
I mean, I got a feeling I'm just gonna make it worse, but sure, I'll try. Ha!
Oh,
no.
shut up!
Yep,
Natural one.
saw it coming.
I was helping you out, just getting some bad rolls out of the way before combat.
He's over there poking the scorpions with a stick.
So she gonna take the deal, the big dummy? And then just poke the scorpion.
Wait, you clicked the wrong button. We needed diplomacy, actually.
It's a natural one either way, though.
I don't know. I think you should have to click the button again.
By
you know?
that
I
logic,
think
will we take Gideon's 13 for his bluff?
Well, yeah, because his diplomacy would still make it an aid.
my diplomacy auto aids.
Okay.
So.
All right, so Jessup's going to roll with a +9.
Yeah, so +5 because of the amount you went over the baseline, and then +4 from aids. So +9 to your diplomacy.
All right, so 9 higher than this. Ha! Ooh, 38.
Plus
so was
9.
that 49?
47.
47.
Yes, I'm bad. Wait, I thought Oran helped. My bad.
I'm coughing.
I'm good at talking, not math.
Not math. I only work for a bank.
No, it's a credit union.
Oh, sorry.
All right. So, yes, you hand over these items, and she nods. Says, "Oh, yes, I suppose this is a perfectly worthwhile trade, and you've been rather kind about it. And I mean, you are guests of our Lancia and all." So she undoes the chain and then hands the silver chain with the ring on it to Jessup. Says, "There you go. Hopefully you can get as much use out of it as I did."
I only hope that I can. And Jessup will smile, nod, tip his sike, and walk out.
He did his what?
He tipped his sike, that.
Oh, I forgot he wears one of those.
Yeah.
He did what?
He did a what?
And yes, as you guys walk away, she does call back out to you and says, "Don't forget to say hello to our Lancia to me, for me, sorry.
Oh, we most certainly will.
Let her know that I'm working on some exciting things for her."
I totally forgot her name, guys.
Aurelia or something like that?
Oh, well,
Yes.
we have what we need, so it's irrelevant now. Jessup will hand Kieran the ring. Ah, Kieran, well done.
It wasn't me. It was totally you, Jessup.
Well, I mean, I'm just complimenting your master of inventory.
Oh, well, thank you. I'd like to keep things organized.
Yes, I can't even add.
Nice one.
That explains a lot.
Without you, I don't know what I would have done.
That's all right. You can be the charm. I'll be the charm and the brains.
Well, I must say, that went well, wouldn't you say?
Is it wrong of me to think that we're not out of the woods with that yet? No pun intended. But I feel like that was too easy for what we've experienced thus
If
far.
I get stabbed by a poison dagger, I will be thoroughly upset.
I too have grown skeptical of when things go too well. Unfortunately, our lives have been marked by struggle the past few months.
Well, she seemed to take that rather well, so I will just count it as our blessings, and we shall go kill some hobgoblins.
Yes, hopefully they are still here. I miss the days of killing just hobgoblins.
Yeah, it doesn't bode well that the hobgoblins are here.
This is some deeply racist conversation.
I'm just going to ignore how...
This sounds like typical talking Craggadon to me. Let's go kill some hobgoblins.
Let's go kill some dirty hobs.
Would have been even funnier if you were a hobgoblin, Oran.
But I'm not. I'm a halfling because I didn't trust Jason.
Dear God, when you start talking like this, even fantasy racial slurs leave a bad taste in your mouth. Let's go get the green skins. It's like, oh dear
Kill
God.
some hobs.
Like, oh dear God.
So you guys start moving in the direction of the last chamber in this area that you have not yet been to.
Oh boy.
You guys approach this, and as you look in, I'll just reveal the whole area. There, yeah, you'd be able to mostly see it. So, reveal this whole area here. You see that there is. You smell an acrid scent of organic decay, kind of hanging over this whole dead end expanse of a chamber. It's like a thick fog almost. You can practically see the particles in the air. To the north, twisted wicker chairs and dirty bedrolls tumble haphazardly in front of a field of oversized mushrooms. To the south, languish enormous rotting corpses with horns and pincer-tipped arms. The ceiling feels strangely low, though the midnight void above seems to stretch upward indefinitely. The passage kind of narrows from where the hill is before quickly opening into this large cavern, and there's like a steady rain from above that seems to be some sort of surface swamp that's filtering down from several hundred feet above. You don't know how deep down you are at this point. As you approach this chamber, you all hear the sounds of clashing blades and armor. And as you look in the distance, you see there are 4 hobgoblins that are around this camp that is to the north west of this chamber here. I'll ping it in the map so you can see it. Around over here, there are 4 hobgoblins that appear to be sparring. They're in they're not like trying to kill each other. They're just like one will go for a lunge and the other one will block it. And they're just kind of going back and forth in pairs. And as you approach, they kind of look in your direction and they kind of stop and just kind of stare at you for a little bit. And then after like a really long, awkward silence, the one in back kind of steps forward and says, "It's good to see a face. Any face not infested with fungus here, even if it has to be as soft as yours. I am Offet of the Iron Fang Legion, and I offer parley. We are trapped in this cursed place, unable to find an exit or confront its ruler. Join me for a time and discuss some chance of..." And he kind of spits the word, "alliance. I could probably stand the sight of you, at least until we leave this wretched hole."
Well, you sure aren't doing yourself any favors with those words.
As I said, it's hesitant alliance.
Well, I think there's some information we'd like to get from you, if you want to have a alliance, as you call it.
And what might that be?
Why are you here?
Kind of another long pause, and they're all kind of staring at you. He responds, "We were here on a mission from the Legion. We were sent to find allies in the Fangwood, but we didn't find any allies here. We fought our way through until we met the dragon. The dragon gave us a chance to speak with this, our Lancia. And, well, once we got this far, our Lancia decided to trap us in here, and we haven't found a way to escape since. Some fruitless mission this has been."
Could I just get some context for where they are, like in the room? Are they up on the north side?
Yeah, they're up by the campfire over here.
Gotcha.
There's like little wicker chairs and bedrolls, and they're just kind of sparring in the air.
Gideon will start slowly walking towards them while they're talking.
Real quick, I will give anybody who wants to take it a knowledge planes roll.
Planes?
Yes. The 2 corpses to the south.
Oh, okay.
If you would like to know the creatures that they are.
I'm going to go sit down.
I will aid Jessup.
I failed to aid.
I aided.
Kieran should have just did it himself.
So I aided Jessup and he got the same thing I rolled.
Okay, so with a 16, 19, 6, 21, you guys aren't able to identify what those creatures are. So carry on.
What was your mission here?
You just told us.
I just told you what the mission was.
It's my fault. I disrupted the flow of the conversation. My bad.
He turns back to his house. "Perhaps we don't want these ones as allies."
We cannot suffer parley.
Jessup, I told you I would be the brains.
Sorry, gosh darn it. I'm just going to go away. Edit this all out. The whole thing. Up until this point, and then, okay, reconvene.
Just for your knowledge, just so you're on the same page, he had said that they were on a mission here to find allies in the Fangwood.
Well, and I guess my thing is we were here because we knew that they were coming in and they have something with the onyx key.
Yes, you came here because Carburton was able to identify the location of the Sardonyx shard, which is kind of like the control rod or the key to the onyx key. It's what lets you control it. And for some reason it was in the Fangwood, and he was like, "I don't know why that is." And then it seems like perhaps they brought it with them, maybe?
Allies. So, were you coming to bring a specific item to said allies?
They kind of look at each other, and they look back at you, just staring at you for another awkward silence. He's like, "No, we weren't bringing any sort of special item. We wanted to establish relations, and perhaps we could have provided some item afterwards once we knew what the Fae here wanted, but it seems that they didn't want anything at all."
Well, we could be the allies you speak of. So, what item do you have to give to us?
I'm not gifting you any item. If you're here like we are, then you're as trapped as we are. Are you not?
Arlancha has eyes everywhere.
Of course she does. He kind of looks around.
Jessup kind of looks at the others. So, what should we do?
I don't like the idea of allying with hobgoblins.
Oran will speak up to the hobgoblins, and he'll be like, yeah, no, we're not really trapped here. No, we actually can get out whenever we want. And if you want to escape, we might be willing to help, but you're gonna have to be a little more forthcoming. You're gonna have to give us a little more information.
Really? You can get out whenever you want. How might that be?
That's none of your business.
This is just Rich coming in this voice.
Roll a bluff check.
I'm not bluffing, buddy.
Oh gosh. I was gonna aid him, but obviously, oh no, he needs help.
I was saying he's gonna believe it.
He responds, he says, I can tell just from looking at you how many messed up things have happened to you. Wounds. Looks like some of you still have some diseases going on. I don't think that you have any way out of here.
Boy, I am of the blight. Those aren't diseases. That's just how I am.
He's doubling down.
You are feisty, Oran.
Listen, you got two options with Oran here. Oran's going to try and fight for some information, or he's just going to fight the hobgoblins. Which one do you want?
He's doubling down.
Surely this halfling doesn't speak for all of you.
I absolutely do, pal. You're dealing with the Supreme, okay? You want out of here. We want answers.
We try to talk first, but you have upset our halfling friend.
Yeah, you see this crown on my head? It's not just a decoration.
Jessup can't help.
I do apologize, but it was not wise to anger. And he just kind of like sighs and like ducks away as if something awful is going to happen.
Let's just roll initiative.
The four hobgoblins just kind of stop. They stare at you again for there's just awkward silences. And then you can tell that immediately the one begins to pull something out from a pouch. And I will just roll initiative.
Wow, didn't see that coming.
Guys, if nothing else, I made it fun, okay? I made it fun.
I'm not gonna lie. Let's go.
Yeah! Orange ready. Let's go.
Holy crap, he was.
Oh my goodness, guys.
Oran rolled a nat 20 for a 27 on his initiative.
Jessup 25.
Gideon 20.
Kieran 22.
Goodness gracious, these are some high initiative rolls for you guys.
Apparently, we were just itching to fight some hobgoblins.
I'm not even mad that Oran's stepping on toes and bolstering this team because he's barding it up right now.
Right?
My morning star craves for blood.
Well, and Gideon put the vampire gloves on.
Yes.
Okay, round 1 of initiative. First up is Oran with a 27.
All right, Oran will see him reaching for that item, sensing it as a threat, and he's just going to say to the guy, he's going to be like, hey, buddy, you really don't want none of this, all right? Like, we can talk this out. You said you wanted allies. All I want's information, okay? Not looking for violence. And he's going to prepare a spell.
Okay, so you're beginning to cast a spell.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want violence. Cold Ice Strike!
Cold Ice Strike! No, it's I don't want violence. Destruction!
Next up is Jessup.
Oh, man. The back of my head hurts so much from laughing right now. I can tell you. That was good. We're in rare form. All right, Hasta, guys. Let's do this.
Nice.
All right. Go throw some... Jessup was like almost speechless, not knowing what to say. What's he said? Haste and inspire. And move action, pull up my bow.
Okay. Yep. Will do. That brings us to Hobgoblin Green, who is, funnily enough, the one that had stepped forward to speak with you. He's going to run up a little bit, and he's going to throw a vial. And as the vial collides in front of you, I mean, there's an attack roll, but he's not going to miss unless he rolls a natural 1. He rolled low, but it's not a natural 1, so that is a... He throws this vial, and it explodes into a cloud of poisonous fumes. So, I need everyone to give me a fortitude save against a poison. 26 from Gideon.
That'll be a
29.
31.
31 from Oran. 26 from Jessup. And a 19 from Kieran.
Not bad, Kieran.
So you are all able to resist the effects of this poison, and that is his turn, which brings us to Kieran.
Kieran's going to but he's going to use his bloodline power, Form of the Dragon, to turn into a dragon.
Wow.
It's gonna.
All right.
It's been a while since he was in the dragon form, so he's gonna go with that.
You know what? You stretch your wings. You got this.
Yeah. Fear me and my might. So with that, I do go up, I believe, my con. Yes, I get a +2 size to Constitution, so I should gain 14 hit points.
So what size do you become when you become a dragon? Are you
I'm
like
just medium size.
that is all right.
I know it's disappointing.
Do you eventually get to get bigger?
I believe if you use the spell, you can eventually get bigger, but this is coming from my Dragon Disciple, and I've maxed out the level on that, so I don't think I'll get any bigger with what it comes from the Dragon Disciple, which is sad.
If we enlarge person, does that work when you're in dragon form?
I don't think so, because I think enlarged person is a humanoid creature.
Oh.
Yep, it is what it is, but that will be my standard action, and then my move action, I will move. So I believe with Form of the Dragon, although we decided that my natural wing speed would not be nerfed just because I'm in dragon form, so I would still have my... Okay. So then I will fly to get right up into melee with that dude.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
That brings us to the red one, who's going to double move up into melee with you and Gideon.
Oh, it's my turn. I'll begin casting a spell.
Okay.
I was like, you and Gideon. I was like, I'm not even there. How'd you do that? And then I realized.
Oh, no, I was like, and Gideon.
Yeah, gotcha.
At the end of the round, the other two will go, moving into sort of positions. And top of round 2, Oran.
So Oran's spell will go off, and it was Summon Monster 7.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah. Greater Elemental, please. Earth Elemental. And then we'll go ahead and do his slams. A 3 for a 24. It's a 24 hit. I guess technically it'd be a 26. 27, actually.
28? Do we have
Nope,
28?
it doesn't have 28.
What's all those differences coming from?
One of them's Earth Mastery.
Okay.
And then the flanking. If I didn't put it right,
yes,
then,
he is
like,
flank. No, the
he's
quarter
fine
of
there.
his does flank with Kieran. So yes, that would be
Okay.
flanking. Let me just make sure that
27.
So these creatures, you summon this creature behind the hobgoblin, and you see that he seems to be completely unaffected by being flanked. Like his attention is perfectly split between them, so they are unable to be flanked. So you do have that bonus.
Okay, so 25.
25 will miss.
All right, let's try this again. How about a 41?
41 will hit.
Cool. 2d10 plus 10.
All right.
23 points of damage to green. He was hitting green, yes.
Green, yes.
Greens.
23.
Yes. And then Oran has what available as action
your full
economy?
turn, because it was a full round action to do it last turn, because you didn't do any other actions. So now you have your full round.
So then Oran is going to cast Elemental Body,
Okay.
turning himself into a Earth Elemental, a huge Earth Elemental. So there will be 2 huge Earth Elementals.
Okay, I'll just copy paste
That'll
him
work. I'll just keep
and
Oran over here.
that it is Oran's token that it is mixing, and
Yes.
HP.
So he's, I don't know, here, I guess. And I have 20 feet of movement. He's slow boy. So I want to double move. Yeah. Oran's gonna double move.
does Oran have 136 hit points?
Yes. Oran
You
does.
have the exact number of hit points that a regular greater earth elemental has.
Yes.
That
Isn't that weird?
you're just twins.
Listen, Oran is an earth elemental now. He'd take the form permanently if he could. So I'll just double move up. And that'll be well, I do gain some from that spell because I get some bonuses, so some stuff does change. I get here, I'll link it in chat. I get an 8 size bonus to my strength, a -2 to my dex, a +4 size bonus to my con, and a +6 natural armor bonus.
Okay. Yeah, so you can add those as like a buff.
Yeah, that's
8.
what I've got.
Yeah.
+8, -2 to dex, +4 to con, +6 to AC.
So you will also have to take into account that your size has changed from small to huge.
Okay.
So a small-sized creature normally gets a +1 to AC, whereas a huge-sized creature gets a -2 to AC. So your AC is actually 3 lower because of your size difference. The only other thing to notice is that huge-sized creatures do take a -2 penalty to attack rolls as well. But that's going to be, I mean, all these penalties are going to be overcome by the natural armor bonus and the size bonus to strength. But yeah.
Okay.
After Oran, we have Jessup.
Ooh, wait.
Oh.
I can't double move. Sorry. Hang on. Let me go 20 feet.
Oh, because
back.
you had to cast a spell.
Because I had to
right.
cast a spell. Yep. Sorry. Let me go back.
But you also have haste. Does that matter?
That does matter. So I could make it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is really confusing. I'm sorry. All right. We're good. We're good.
Hold on.
We're good.
Going on.
There's a lot going on. Yes, you are correct. Thank you, Sarah. I could.
May I go?
Yes. I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
All right. Jessup will maintain performance. And then Jessup he's going to take some shots at Blue. Let's give it a whirl here.
The blue dragon?
Yes.
Yes.
Blue Badon.
You do have line of
Borbadon.
sight on the blue dragon, just barely.
Oh, okay. All right. And Jessup will swift action Arcane Strike. Check that off. Definitely not in point blank range. All right. Let's take some shots. Pew pew. All right. 42, 34, 18, 37.
So the 18 will miss, but the other 3 will hit.
All right, so the first attack is 11 damage, second attack is 12, and the third attack is 13.
Okay, so a total of 36 damage.
Don't ask me. We know I don't know.
All right. I've been doing that wrong. I have all the creatures on this map in my combat manager. I've been subtracting health from the scorpions.
Oh, nice.
That little woman over there is like, why is my scorpion dying?
No, they drip poison, they're dripping blood.
Okay. So 36 to the hobgoblin, not the scorpion, and then the other one had taken 23. And so there's a full attack. Jessup, anything else?
No, I don't think so. Okay, nope, doesn't. They're not adjacent. So, yep, I'm good to go.
Okay. That brings us to Green. So Green is going to, as a move action, he's going to take his sword, which you can see here. I'll kind of blow up this image for you a little bit. It's like a lightning sword. He takes this shocking sword, goes to thrust it at Kieran, but he pulls back just at the last moment and does a feint maneuver as a move action. So he's going to make a bluff check against Kieran's... Kieran, do you have a high sense motive?
Nope.
Okay, so it's probably better to go off of your BAB plus wisdom?
Yeah, but still not going to be much better.
Okay, so the DC is 10 plus your base attack bonus plus your wisdom modifier, and he got a 29.
My DC is a 19.
Okay, so that will succeed. So you are flat-footed until the beginning of his next turn. Okay, when attacking a target that is denied its dex, which you currently are, can make a dirty trick as an immediate action. So as an immediate action, he will attempt a dirty trick combat maneuver. So this is against your CMD this time. Not great. 27.
No.
I don't know if flat-footed affects your CMD or not.
I don't know, but my CMD is a 33.
Okay, so even if it did, it probably wouldn't be low enough.
Yeah, I mean, the difference between my AC and flat-footed is 4, so even if you subtract 4, it would be 29.
Okay. So He goes to spit in your eyes, but you are able to deflect the spit with your wing.
My electric breath.
There is hobgoblin spit on your wing.
Ew!
And then he will make one melee attack against you. All right. Let's see how this goes. You are flat-footed. This is a 34 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. So you will take 25 points of regular old slashing damage. And do you have... I assume you have electricity resistance.
I do.
Okay, so the 1d6 electricity from the sword probably can't damage you at all?
No, my electricity resistance is 10.
Okay. So you do feel the crackle of electricity, but it is too weak to affect you.
Boys, it only took us 5 books for me to make use of my electricity resistance. I've been waiting for this moment.
Started at the bottom, now we're here.
So that is his turn. And Kieran, you're after Green.
Okay, so when Oran made the heal check to remove the thorn, did that get rid of that -2 attack and skills, or is that still on?
Yeah, the -1 from the thorn is removed by the heal check. That's what the heal check does.
I've had that on this whole time, so hopefully that wasn't important. Okay, so I will just full attack with my dragon attacks. So bite, 2 claws, 2 wings. Hasted bite as well. So I will start with... Who was the one that just hit me for a lot?
Green just hit you.
Okay.
He was the leader who had spoken to you as well.
All right, I will go after Green then. So Green bite is going to be a 39.
39 will hit.
Hasted bite is a 33.
Yep.
Claws is a 41.
Yep.
Second claw is a 41.
Yep.
First wing is a 29.
29 will miss.
And second wing is a 30.
30 will miss.
Okay, so 2 bites and 2 claws. So I don't know. I'll have to let you know if there's...
Wait! Unshakable Zeal, 34.
Oh, that's true. With Unshakable Zeal. 34 in the wing.
34 will hit.
Okay. So I don't think that these have any of the... So my gloves that give acid damage, I don't know if they apply to these.
I would assume not. I think this is a polymorph spell, and usually your items get melded into your body, like your armor and such.
But they lose their effects. Like my armor and natural armor and cloak of resistance don't lose their effects, but like my gloves.
The passive like boosts, like rings and cloaks and stuff, I think remain. I can look up the exact wording for.
Okay, no, that's fine. I'm good with that. I just wanted to make sure because I didn't have it programmed, and I wanted to make sure. I do have, for the claw damage though, when I get to it, I do have 1d6 electricity from my bloodline in that though. So
okay.
So the bite damage is a 14. The hasted bite damage is 20. The first claw damage is 15 physical damage and 4 electricity. And then the second claw is the same, 15 and 4.
Okay. Yeah, so it says all of your gear melds into your body. Items that provide constant bonuses do not need to be activated continue to function.
Okay. And then I also get a wing attack now, so the wing damage is 14. My damage rolls were bad. 1 on the die for the bite, and then 7, which was okay. And then 2 on the die for the claw, 2 on the die for the claw, and then 1 on the die for the wing.
Still 86 points of damage total.
Oh, yeah. And then Jessup, your boom damage.
Not within 30 feet.
Oh, okay. Wishful thinking.
You are too far away. Must get closer. Okay, so you deal 86 points of damage to that hobgoblin. And I will also give you a perception check.
Okay. I will make the perception check with a 23.
Okay, that is all.
Okay. Thank you.
Which one did she hit?
She went after Green. So it is Red's turn. Red is going to attack you, and when attacking a target denied your dex, which you still are because it's not Green's turn again yet, as an immediate action, he will try to dirty trick you. Oh, significantly better roll this time. This might exceed it by a couple. 42 against your CMD.
Yes, definitely, but only by 9.
Okay, so he did beat it by 5.
Yes, by 5 once.
Okay, so The dirty trick penalty lasts for 1d4 rounds plus 1 per 5 above the CMD. So I'm going to roll 1d4 plus 1. 2. Okay.
2.
So this one takes some of the mushrooms and dirt on the ground and tosses it at you, and you get some of it in your eyes, and it stings almost like poison does, and you are blinded for 2 rounds. He does not realize you have blind sense, but so
Joke's on him.
that's what he would do.
Okay, fair enough.
And then he will continue his full attack, because that was just an immediate action.
Kieran's just hard countering these guys.
So you can be flanked, correct? You don't have any sort of uncanny dodge.
I don't believe so.
Okay. So getting a +2 to this, that is a 33. Did I do that right? Yes, 33 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Iterative attack is a 28 to hit, flat-footed.
That hits.
And then the final iterative is a miss with a 17. So 2 hits. So you take 24 points of damage from the first attack and 26 from the second.
Oh boy, we're going to go down real fast, guys. Real fast.
After red, it comes to Gideon.
Finished casting Summon Monster 4, rolling 1d3 to see how many lantern urchins get summoned. 2 of them.
2. Guess who doesn't have lantern urchin tokens?
I bet to message you, but I didn't. Any old token will do, though. They
Would
fly.
you like some babao demons?
How about just like a light looking thing?
Oh, yeah, I could probably do that. Do I have map effects on here
Wisps?
still?
Yeah, little will-o-wisp looking things. One will be above Kieran, and sure. Yeah, cool. But they're flying, so like above.
Oh, on his square, but above him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And one can be kind of anywhere. It doesn't really matter. DC 13 aura on these, though I don't think that matters. But if it does, go ahead and roll 8 will saves for me real quick.
DC 13 will save?
Yeah, because they have an
Okay.
aura of menace.
Okay. Where was the other one going to be?
Just anywhere is fine. Just above in the air, out of harm's way, but within 20 feet of them.
So how high up are both of these? They're both out of melee reach?
The one is not, the other one is. The one is right next to Kieran.
Okay, so one's in melee just above Kieran, the other one's way up.
Yep.
Okay. And you said there's a DC 13 will save against their aura?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
I said, if it matters, it matters. If it doesn't, you don't have to roll.
That's a success. Yeah. Just trying to see if I get a natural one.
Yeah, basically.
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. That's not why they're here. One will cast Aid on Kieran.
Okay.
And actually, why not? The other one will cast Aid over here, so you can summon him above Oran. So you both cast Aid.
All right. And for those of you who don't know, Aid will give you a morale bonus on attack rolls. I don't know if you already have those or not. And some temporary hit points.
So the first one was Kieran. You get 4 temporary hit points, and then Oran, you get 8 temporary hit points.
So casting those will provoke, will they not?
I mean,
the guy is casting a touch spell in melee range.
yeah, but he could have been above. They have a perfect fly speed of 60.
Yeah,
he
but
could
yes,
be
what I'm saying is, you're saying that you'd put him above, he'd cast it, and then move down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what he could
So
do.
you're doing a full round for him.
Yeah, for him.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll move to there.
All right.
Am I flanking?
Yes, but they can't be flanked, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Can they be charged at? That's okay.
I mean, anything can be charged at. It doesn't matter if you have an uncanny dodge for that one.
Yeah, sure. Then we'll charge at that one and go there instead, I guess.
All right, roll 1 attack.
Will a 30 hit?
Is that with the charge bonus?
Yeah.
Okay, so if that is with that will miss.
Oh, okay. That's my turn.
Okay. After that, it comes to Orange. Orange is doing the smart thing. He's going to focus fire onto the target. These guys are commandos. They know tactics. So he will also try a dirty trick against Kieran. as an immediate action. That is a 41. So that
Yes.
will succeed by 5. So for the next 3 rounds, you are shaken.
What did he do to make me shaken?
He took his sword and he sliced, not enough to do damage, but he sliced just enough into your wing to make you feel unstable as you are flapping your wings around. And you're like, oh no, I'm going to fall and they're going to get me and they're going to kill me as they dogpile me because you're all surrounded.
That doesn't sound like Kieran.
No, it is.
It doesn't sound like Kieran. No. Yeah. Mm-mm.
For sure. Your
But
wing
see-
is slightly chipped. You're
but
very
see,
proud of your wings, and now you look ugly with your wing with a chip in it.
I should get a save against that because I have a +1 against fear effects now. So I shouldn't be shaken. I shouldn't be afraid of that. I feel great.
Even if I give you the +1, it's still exceeded by 5, though.
No.
I mean, I could make it sickened instead if you want. It's the same penalty, I think.
No.
Okay. He will full attack. First attack, flat-footed AC. You are being flanked. That's a 32 to hit.
Yes.
First iterative, natural 2 is almost certainly going to miss. We won't even mention it. Last attack is a 26 against flat-footed.
No. My flat-footed is 27.
Okay, so he only hits you 1 time. So you will take another 26 points of damage. Then blue is going to go. Actually, no, orange, after his turn, is going to 5-foot step because he knows what's going on. Blue is going to step up. And blue is going to, as a move action, he's going to try to feint. So let's see what we can do on our bluff check. Gideon, you have good sense motive, I assume.
Okay.
Which is higher, your base attack bonus plus your wisdom modifier, or 10 plus, or your sense motive bonus?
BAB plus wisdom, you say, huh? What is my BAB?
It's either that or your sense motive bonus.
My BAB is 11 plus nothing versus 10. So my BAB is higher.
Okay, so he got a 26. So 10 plus your BAB plus your wisdom modifier. Is that 26?
No, that's 21.
So you are flat-footed. And he will then make a single attack, and as an immediate action, he will do a dirty trick against you as well.
Okay. An immediate action?
Yeah. So dirty trick is against your CMD. This is going to be a 29.
30.
Okay. So you are able to avoid. He goes to try to hit your helmet in just such a way that it would spin just enough that you'd still be able to see, but only with one eye, and it would partially blind you. But it is not. He's not able to connect.
So does typing it in the chat make it a reality? So like next time if you say CMD or CMB roll of 26 and if I type 27 in the chat, then it's actually 27.
Yeah, I also have a +4 bonus to CMD against Bull Rush and Trip if that ever comes up, but you said blind, so I guess it didn't matter.
Yeah, this is dirty trick. That +4 bonus is not added in, is it? He will do his 1 attack though, because he didn't do that yet. So he is flanking you. But that's not a great roll. That is only a 25. So it's probably not going to hit.
Nope, it does not hit my flat-footed AC.
Yeah, he rolled super bad for that. Top of round 3. Oran, you're up.
Hey, it's me. Let's do some slams, guys, on green. Because my slams are the same since I'm a
you're the same creature.
I'm the same creature, so it's going to just be 4 slams. Slam number 1, it'll be 32.
32 will hit.
All right, let's just do all of them, and then we can do damage. So 1 hit, slam number 2,
37
slam number 3, slam number 4.
32 and 33 will hit, so all 4 hit.
Alrighty, so that's going to be roll 8 D10 plus 40? Yes, that'll work if I do it that way, right? It would normally be 2D10 plus 10. And instead, since all 4 hit, it would be 8d10 plus 40. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just multiplying the numbers by 4, yeah.
Correct. Oh, actually, it'll be plus 44. Because
of Earth Mastery.
Earth Mastery, yes. Okay. 81 points of damage to green.
All right, 81 points of damage. He goes unconscious.
Should have talked.
I'll give you a quick retroactive perception check to Gideon and Oran.
Oh, okay. These aren't real hobgoblins, are they?
This would have been at the end of Gideon's turn, and this will be for the end of Oran's turn.
42.
Gideon, that is high enough. You think you see something weird around the necks of these creatures, these hobgoblins. Give a sense motive. 26. So you look at this creature, and there's something green just barely peeking out from the collar where the armor is around the neck. And for a brief second, it looks like a vine of some sort. And with your sense motive, you can tell that these hobgoblins are acting strange. In the conversation before, there was a lot of awkward pauses, as if they were like taking a long time to understand what you were saying. And their movements now, even as precise as they seem to be, are ever so slightly, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Stiff. You might have encountered similar effects to this before as a cleric. It seems that they are under a similar effect to what you would expect from like a charm or dominate spell. So that is what you deduce on your turn. Or in your perception was not high enough to see the thing to allow.
But it was around their
perception.
neck.
Yeah, there was a small green tendril kind of like coming up from under their armor. I mean, the image here, it makes it way, way too obvious. That's not what it actually looks like, but you can see like...
That makes it pretty clear that they're not normal.
Yeah.
They got something coming up out of them.
Like, they appear to be alive, but they appear to be not acting in the way that you would think they would act in their right minds. So...
I don't know, it seemed like pretty normal hobgoblin behavior to me.
And not much we can do about that. Except for maybe...
Put them out of their misery.
Was there anything else you wanted to do on your turn, Oran?
Dispel.
Okay.
No. That was my...
Gideon will relay some aspect of that they don't seem to be acting of their own volition, but that hardly matters, I think.
Yeah, so
fortunately.
Gideon lets everybody know that there's something under their armor and that they don't seem to be... They seem to be absent-minded in some way.
Something is off. See the armor. Just beneath it. That puppeteer, he'll shout as he's...
Is he talking about the underwear?
No, the neck.
After Oran, it is Jessup.
I can't see through their underwear.
Look harder.
Jessup will 5-foot step. I think was it blue that I shot last time?
Yes, you were shooting at blue the previous round.
Kieran's taken quite a few hits, right? He's looking pretty rough.
He's been slashed 4 times.
Just 4?
Yep.
You know what? Let's do it. Why not? Jessup is, 5-foot step. He's going to cast Shadow Bard. And he will have Shadow Bard do Inspire Courage. And then he will swift action change his own to Inspire Heroics on Kieran.
Oh my.
Or, actually, I can't 5-foot step. I'd have to move in. Can I retroactively move?
Okay.
35 feet. All right, I gotta move in closer. Gosh, darn, fine. I'm gonna get right up here. Hi, Rock Oran.
Ha!
All right, so then he's gonna do Inspire Heroics on Kieran. So Kieran, basically, you disregard the spell-like ability. So you're gonna get a +4 dodge bonus to AC and a +4 morale bonus on saving throws.
So yeah, Inspire Courage goes off with the Bard, and then the Shadow Bard, and then Inspire Heroics with actual Bard. And that is Jessup's turn, I assume?
Yes. Kieran, just dodge!
Green is unconscious and dying. Kieran, you're up. You are no longer flat-footed. That ended at Green's turn.
Okay, that's good to know. So Kieran will... Let's see what he's going to do. He will...
I don't have that language.
I guess he will 5-foot step here and full attack on red.
Okay. Are you flying? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a 5-foot step or a 5-foot fly.
At the fly.
Okay.
So first bite attack is a natural 20 with a confirmation of 32.
Ooh,
Okay,
nice.
that will hit and it will confirm.
All right, we'll come back to that. Hasted bite is a natural 20 with a crit confirm of 31.
Do you have the +1 morale bonus in there from the aid?
I don't anymore because Jessup supersedes that, but I did have that in there. Yes.
Gotcha.
His is on saving throws. The aid is on attack rolls.
You're right. I do have it in there, so it's in there. I have morales for a lot of things.
Okay. It's a morale of 1. It wouldn't possibly make a difference. That's why I was checking.
Yep.
Okay. 41 will hit. 31 will exactly confirm. 31 is their AC when they have combat expertise on.
Gee willikers. So first claw is a 33.
33 will hit.
Second claw is a 23.
Still, though, this has been the Kieran show.
Natural 1.
The wing will miss.
Second wing, natural 2.
Wing will miss.
I ended on the wah, wah, wah.
So double crits and a hit, and then 3 misses.
So crit damage 38 on the first bite.
All right.
And 36 on the second bite.
Okay.
And then 1 claw attack is 14 physical, 3 electricity.
So a total of 91 damage.
And 10 more emotional damage.
101
Now
damage.
Jessup is in range.
Nice.
101 damage in a single round.
Some gunslinger in the back's going, loser.
Yeah, he's like, I could have done that in half a shot.
Kieran's like, I felt that in my forehead.
Yeah, Kaal shows up. He's just like, I could have done that.
Oh no, we forgot about him.
Yeah, he's still out there. Yep, I believe that's my turn.
Yeah, not bad. It is Red's turn. He's not particularly happy about that situation. He will 5-foot step, move action, go to feint, as this is a bluff 33 against, I imagine that'll be either of the possible 10 plus BAB plus wisdom or 10 plus sense motive.
Yes.
So you are flat-footed. Ooh, huh?
My blinded was over with my flat-footed?
No, the blinded is for 3 rounds.
Oh, well then I need to roll stuff on that.
Okay, yeah, you get the double D100s.
Yeah, so with a 49 and 71, that one would still hit.
Do it
and
5 times.
Second one would have missed. That crit would have missed. The second crit.
First crit would have been a normal hit, actually. So I'll just give him 20 hit points back.
No, oh, right, because the confirmation would have missed.
Yeah.
Okay, so then that would have been...
It hit, so yeah, I just did 20 because it looks like 18 versus 38.
Yeah, 18 damage. Yep.
I gave him 20 hit points back.
So then for the second critical, it's... Oh my goodness, I would have missed too with a 27 and 26. Blind fight is killing me. And then for the claw, 60 and 6. So that one would have...
Yes, the claw would have stayed.
Well, man, I was so happy and now I'm just bummed.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Still wasn't bad damage. It's still 35.
You should let me have it because
40,
I was honest and said and reminded you.
Don't forget, Jason, to give him back 3.
Yeah.
Also from the emotional damage.
Yep.
So I really did do a wah on that.
Yes. And I assume you had Shaken already applied to all those too.
Yeah, Shaken's already applied.
So you're already dirty tricked. Yeah, why not? He'll do it again. He'll add another condition on there. But that probably fails. With a 26, that's not going to beat your CMD.
It does not, no.
So you're just flat-footed, blinded, and shaken. And he will do 1 attack because he had to do a move action to feint that turn. That might miss. He's not flanking anymore, so yeah, that's only a 24.
That will miss.
All right. Bad rolls. Gideon, you are up.
I shall full attack the orange guy, and I will do that with 2-weapon fighting. And I will move like that to 5-foot step that way.
Okay, you have 5-foot steps that way.
Yes.
All right, so we have a 39 potential crit with a 30 to confirm.
Oh, I'm sorry. Those all need to be 2 less.
2 less. Well, the crit will still crit. The confirm will still not confirm.
Yeah.
The 31 will exactly hit, and the 14 and 18, or the 12 and 26, will miss.
Yeah, my bad.
So,
I had charge on still.
2 hits for 24 damage to orange.
And then, and then the lanterns are gonna do their thing.
Yes.
1 shall 5-foot fly into the air up higher so he does not provoke. And he is going to try to hit this guy, but he will not. But he will try because it'll be funny. This resolves against touch.
This is a ranged attack?
Yes.
Okay.
Against blue.
Uh-huh. And
Yeah.
8.
It's
Funnily
funny.
enough, their touch is not 8.
Really? Okay. Well, the other one will cast Aid again on Oran. They have it at will.
Okay.
So you get 8 temp HP.
Hey, the same I already had.
Nice. Oh, you didn't get hit? I thought you got hit.
Nope.
I haven't been hit yet.
They're focus firing one target at a time here,
Yeah.
which is going less well than they have wanted, but they're following the tactics here.
Would you mind if Light Boy says, "Oh, I noticed that one got hit and healed Kieran instead"?
Sure, if he's in
Cool.
range.
Yeah, so he casts it and then zooms around and is over by Kieran now, down there.
Okay, so Kieran gets back the 8 temp HP.
Hooray!
All right, moving from Gideon, we have Orange. Orange is gonna... I'm gonna move this guy to the square, doesn't really matter. Orange is gonna step up and full attack the flat-footed, blinded, shaken Kieran. So first attack is a natural 19 critical threat. To confirm, that is a 28. You're flat-footed and flanked.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
oh.
no, because the dodge applies to my flat-footed. No.
I think when you're flat-footed, you lose dodge bonuses.
That would make sense.
Any situation or effect that negates a character's dexterity bonus also negates any dodge bonuses the character may have.
Okay, so then the program is working well.
Well,
Okay.
I tried. Guess that wasn't.
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's not
dodge
you.
bonuses are great because they stack with each other, which makes them awesome. But if you lose your dexterity bonus, like if you somehow make a monk flat-footed, yeah.
Just curious, so you lose your dodge when you're flat-footed, but you
Yes.
could still reflex save when you're unconscious?
Yeah. Well, so you can, but technically if you're unconscious, your dexterity is considered effectively 0. So you'd have like a minus. Your reflex would, instead of getting whatever bonus you have, you'd lose the bonus and take a -5 to your reflex save. So it should be really bad.
Or they could just make sense to say you can't do reflex save while you're unconscious.
I would be perfectly fine with that.
I'm sure you would.
We want to house rule that? Let's do it right now. I'm good for it. Anyways. So what was I just rolling? Oh yeah, against your AC because of the flat-footed. Okay. So 1 crit, and then the first iterative attack is a 27. It's not a threat, but it's 27 to hit.
Yes. Flat-footed,
Okay.
yes.
And then the last iterative is a 23.
No.
Okay. So 1 critical hit, which will be 2d8 plus 12. Unfortunately, all their sneak attack does not get doubled. Still 38 damage on the crit, followed by 28 damage on the normal attack.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And then Blue will step up, and since it's the start of his turn, Kieran is no longer flat-footed.
Okay.
Do I want to do... No, you still are.
Oh,
Gideon is not.
okay.
So he will do a move action to retry that, because they get their sneak attack when you're flat-footed. Okay, so the natural one, he does not feint you. So he will just do 1 attack, and he'll try to dirty trick you. So this time it is a 34 against your CMD, Gideon.
That will succeed.
Okay, so you are blinded. Does it beat your CMD by 5?
No, my CMD is 30.
Okay, so you are blinded for 3 rounds.
Okay.
As he turns your helmet around and it's smashed in such a way that it's not going back the way that it was before, and your vision is cut off from your visor opening. And he'll do his 1 attack. So that is a 32 against your blinded AC.
That'll hit.
Oh, nice. Your AC is rather high for being blinded still, though.
Well, that's because I don't have a big dex bonus.
And you don't have any sort of electricity resistance?
Acid.
Okay, so I will add the 1d6 electricity to this. You take 25 points of damage from Blue.
Okay.
Start of round 4, we're back to Oran.
Slam, and welcome to the jam. Will hit orange has taken some damage, right?
They have all taken some damage. They're kind of all pretty close in damage, to be honest.
Okay, well, then we'll start with orange, and if we have to pivot, so be it.
Okay.
First slam.
34 will hit.
Second slam.
37 will hit.
Third slam.
Again, 37 will hit. Unfortunately, the 24 will miss.
All right, so I'm going to roll the
Still 3
damages individually in case for some reason we're able to put down
Okay.
orange. First damage.
18. All right.
Second.
That's 24.
And are those from your elemental?
They're from his... so the... Which
the first
two...
So first two were elemental, second two were Oran. So one of them hit for Oran.
Yeah.
So the third one would be Oran.
Okay, and so my discordance still goes off for Oran.
Yes.
Now, the only question I have is I'm not counting any buffs on Oran at that point. So, like, would Oran still have Inspire Courage and...
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't have any of that programmed because I was just doing the normal attack that the elemental did. So what's the plus to that? Would that have been
Yeah,
enough?
so technically you wouldn't use the elemental. You would use your own attack bonus.
Okay.
So you'd be like clicking your melee button.
I mean, my melee is actually just one higher than the...
Okay.
Yeah.
And as far as damage goes, you would just kind of have to know what buffs are giving you a boost to damage.
It's mostly just going to be Inspire.
Yeah, and as far as to attack goes, it should be a +5 on top of everything total with a 4 competence and 1 morale.
Okay, so you've got a strength of 5.
Yep.
So it would be, the damage would be +5 plus Inspire for another 4. That'd be 9 plus... Actually, this is a single natural attack, so it would be 1.5 your strength. So it would actually be 7 plus 4, which is 11. So actually, I think the damage is the same. It's just that your attack would be higher.
Same. That's funny. So I get 1 extra attack, but the damage is the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. All right, here's the third damage.
All right.
Oran
Yeah,
really
you guys
has
are just twins.
become... Yeah, Oran has really learned to embody being an earth elemental.
All right. 72 points of damage with Jessup's 5 added in there to orange. Not bad at all.
He's still up?
He's still up, yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right, well, that's my turn.
Okay. That brings us to Jessup.
All right, Jessup will maintain. So let me check that off.
Burning through his rounds. He's got like 15 performances up,
Only 2.
plus 13.
I wish I could do another one. Jessup will 5-foot step, and he will shoot at orange. Full round attack action.
All right.
He will swift action arcane strike. He is within point blank range now. So let loose. 4 arrows. 43 hit, 23 no, 29 no, 27 no. Oh goodness gracious! I rolled a 3. Well, 14, of course, I'm an iterative and a 2.
Yeah, the third iteratives are very, very hard to hit. I don't think they've hit on a third iterative
Well,
yet.
of course, I roll a 2 on my
Yeah.
haste attack.
Yeah.
So I hit for 16. Hold on.
20 even.
20.
16 plus 4, 20 even. He's still up.
Oh, wait. Just because I can. So because I'm using my arcane gloves and arcane strike, I can have the damage go off to an enemy in melee or adjacent. So can I have the extra damage, 3 damage hit green?
Yeah, he is adjacent, sure. It's another 3 to green.
Yeah, I want to make sure it's not all adjacent the way it says, to that way it'll hit. It just says when the wearer makes an attack using arcane strike and hits enemies adjacent to the target, take damage equal to the wearer's arcane strike bonus. So 3 more.
Okay, so green goes down another 3.
Might as well.
It is green's turn. He will have to roll to stabilize. All right. Kieran, you're up.
Just laugh. He keeps stabilizing, and every turn I just re-ding him again.
Yeah, he because it doesn't really matter that much. He rolled a natural 20 on that one, so.
Oh, well, I'll try to shoot him again.
Okay. I'm going to cast a spell defensively. A level 4 spell, so that would be what, a 23?
23.
It is a 37.
That'll do it.
I'm casting Dimension Door, and I'm getting out of here.
Okay.
I will dimension door to be over here by Jessup.
Oh, okay.
Well, it changes what I was going to do.
Does that... I don't know if that gets rid of my performance or not.
It shouldn't.
Well, I guess technically for a brief moment, Kieran did lose line of sight of me. Maybe not. I don't know.
No, I wouldn't go that deep into it.
Actually, he didn't even have line of sight of me when he was blinded anyways, did he?
He doesn't need line of sight.
Well, he can hear you.
I think Inspire Heroic specifically says... Does it?
Audible
just
and
within.
visual
Okay.
components. Yeah, so he can hear you, so he's good.
Well, and implies both, but I think that he could see you too. You're
Well,
not
I think
completely
the
blinded.
idea is that it's both audible and visual, but like you only need to hear or see it.
Well,
in
it makes it
theory.
almost sound like you need both, not one or the other.
I don't think that's how it's supposed to be, because if your performance is speaking, then sight has nothing to do with it. So I think they're saying audible and visual so that any performance, whether it's a audible performance or visual performance, can still affect.
Maybe, but I think this one is a little different because it says all of the targets must be able to see and hear the bard. The other ones don't specify it that way, I don't think.
I mean, he has blind sense. Does that count as
No,
seeing?
probably not. I'll just take it off.
Well, you're out of the combat at the
Yeah,
moment.
I was
so
going to change it
doesn't-
anyways. It doesn't matter. I was just curious.
All right. That was Kieran's turn. Okay.
That was my turn.
Jessup just interrupted.
Yep. That moves us to Red. Red's going to 5-foot step and start attacking the Earth Elemental, I guess. He's not even going to attempt to bluff the Earth Elemental. I don't know if Earth Elementals can even be flat-footed. They might be able to. Who knows?
It has a flat-footed listed.
Oh, yeah. Who knows? Probably. But I think they always list it, even if they can't, even if they're immune. But okay, so he is going to full attack the huge Earth Elemental. The first attack is going to be a 23 to hit.
That will hit, yes.
And he's going to, as an immediate action, try to dirty trick. So that is a 35 against its CMD.
Well, he has a 34, so yeah, that works.
All right. So he is going to be... Are elementals immune to being blinded? Well, they have tremor sense, I think, so that wouldn't be worthwhile. Give it the sickened condition.
I'm sorry. All I can picture is
What is it,
hobgoblin.
blowing
He kicks him in the pebbles.
Oh my goodness. All
He
right.
picks up a really blighted piece of stone and shoves it down his throat.
I prefer him kicking him in the pebbles. It's funnier.
Anyway, so the first attack did hit. The iterative is another 23, and then the last one is a 22.
Yeah, the 22 will hit. What was the other one?
23.
Yeah, so both those.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Earth Elemental,
What was the damage on the first one?
I just rolled all the damage at the end.
Oh.
So
damage- 34? 20.
yeah, so an a huge Earth Elemental. This is a greater Earth Elemental.
Yeah, he has DR 10.
Okay, so that would be 14 plus 17 plus 24 damage.
55 damage.
All right.
Pretty good chunk.
Gideon, it is then your turn. You're flanked.
Yeah, I see that. Kind of a sad situation, isn't it? So, this dude is gonna go 5-foot fly over there, and 1d20 plus 3 against touch against red. 16 against touch by chance.
Yeah, that'll hit touch. Just barely.
1 point of damage against red.
All right.
The other one will fly up and fly over and around to get to Gideon and cast Aid on him. And then Gideon will full round attack Orange. Actually, I forgot. I was blinded. That stinks. I don't want a full round attack. I'm going to cry. We're going to change course there. We're going to cast a spell defensively and start an invocation of destruction.
Okay. So casting defensively as a standard action and then swift action invocation.
Move action for the invocation. Swift
Move
action.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Swift action is going to be to heal 3d6
Okay.
with a divine touch. Okay. And then go over here. It's a level 3 spell.
Yep. So DC 21,
Pass.
27 will do it.
Some good hope for y'all.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my turn. I gotta just roll how much temp HP I get.
Okay. And that'll bring us to the orange and blue. So orange is, so you're flat-footed, not flat-footed, you're blinded. And that's all they need. They don't need you to be flat-footed. So he's just going to full attack you. You are flanked and blinded. So that is only a 27 though. So that's not going to hit Gideon. Second attack is a natural 19, potential threat. To confirm is a 27, which again misses your blinded AC, but it is a hit. And then his last iterative is a miss. So he hits you once. So Gideon, you take 32 points of damage.
Reduced by 8 for the temporary.
And then blue goes right after him. He's going to do the same thing. So that is a 35 to hit with the first. So that'll do it. The second one will miss. The third attack will miss. So again, one hit. So you take another 32 points of damage.
You're nothing if not consistent.
Yeah. Top of round 5. We're back to Oran. At this point, orange has taken more damage.
So these will be my elemental.
27 will miss. 42 will hit. Potential critical hit there. Go ahead and confirm it for the elemental. Yeah, so 39 will confirm. So he misses the first attack, but the second's a crit, so...
All right, so what's the damage
Just
for that?
double it. So
okay,
it would be
40
plus 22.
Plus 22. Got it.
46. Okay,
damage.
still up.
What?
What? He says.
Okay, now orange attacks.
Yep.
D20 plus 23, I think, because I have one extra.
23, but it should be... Does Good Hope do an attack rolls? Because that would make it 2 higher.
Oh, so 25.
Yeah.
Okay. A 35.
35 will hit.
And a 41.
41 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Is there any damage from... Oh, destruction. I get destruction, right? Which is
another
3? Okay, so it should be 14 then.
Yeah.
I think the dude would have gotten destruction too, or do we decide that that's not the case for a reason?
I don't remember what we've decided.
Mind affecting?
Yeah, is it mind affecting?
Was that the issue?
I'll read it. You keep rolling your die.
I kind of thought that we didn't do it because, like, isn't it language based and you don't speak Terran?
That's more for Jessup's performance because I could speak Terran, but he would be the only. You two would be the only one to get the bonuses because Gideon do not speak Terran.
So I just edited an episode where this came up, and we determined that the text just says allies, so we gave the summon the destruction.
Yeah, so it should have it too.
So on the 46, it would have been 49.
Yeah, so it's still up.
Okay, and there's orange.
Your first attack easily puts it down.
Okay.
It was close, and that was easily enough.
Okay, then can the second attack go to blue?
Yeah.
Okay, and that was a 41 on the second attack.
Yeah, that hits. You can roll damage against blue. 23. All right.
6 more from Jessup on that one.
All right. Noted. That is Oran's turn. Brings us to Jessup. There are 2 enemies left.
Yes. Jessup is going to switch his performance to inspire greatness in Gideon and Jessup.
Okay.
And then obviously inspire courage is still from the Shadow Bard. So swift action, then I guess Jessup will just take 4 shots at blue as full round action.
All right.
So let me turn off our Arcane Strike and everything else should be good.
Cool.
Here comes the finisher.
Oh gosh.
43.
Well, a little better.
Okay, so
30 misses.
Yep.
39 hits.
Yep.
That one for 16 definitely misses. And a 43 should hit.
Yep. So 2 hits.
So that's going to be 13 damage and 10 damage, so 23. And then I get 2d6, so another 5.
All right. Not bad. Not bad. Green is stable. Kieran, you're up.
All right, Kieran is going to... let's see, how do I want to do this? Well, I'm doing this a roundabout way. I'm going to move there, And I will cast a lightning bolt so that it hits blue.
Okay.
Lightning bolt.
Reflex save from blue is a 28.
Yeah, no doubt. So they will take, 18 points of damage? 18 points of electricity damage.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Does all of that go through?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't have any sort of elemental resistances.
Cool. I was curious if they did.
No, they aren't special fey creatures or aberrations. They're hobgoblins. That's your turn, Kieran?
Yep, that's my turn.
That brings us to Red. Red, realizing that nothing he did was at all helpful, is going to try to acrobatics to be over here, which we'll see if he's able to do. This is against the CMD of your elemental.
34.
Oh, I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. Nope. So your elemental does get an attack of opportunity.
Neato.
You would as well, actually, because you have a 15-foot range.
I do. 36.
36 will hit.
For 19 damage.
Okay.
And Oran's is a 39.
Yep, that'll hit.
For 27.
All right. Well, it hurt, but he got there. And then he will make one attack at the flat-footed Gideon. That might hit with a... He's not flanking you, so it's only a 31. Not flat-footed, blinded.
Blinded is a 30, so it'll hit.
All right. So you take 30 points of damage.
All right. There goes my temp. Okay.
And it is your turn.
All right. This dude's gonna 5-foot fly to be out of danger zone. We'll roll against touch for red.
Okay.
Misses. This dude will run around to this side and cast aid on Gideon.
Goodness, your roll typing has been phenomenal.
I know, it's been really good.
1d8 plus plus 3.
Plus
I
plus
get
3.
8 temp HP back.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're still blinded, yeah? Still blinded.
This is the last round, but yes, you are blinded.
And what is that, a 50% fail chance?
50% miss chance, yes.
That's pretty bad, isn't it?
Yeah, especially if you have blind
Hey,
fight.
50% of the time you'll hit
Every time.
Every time. Yep. Well, I don't have anything better to do, so we'll swift action heal up, and then we'll play this a bit smarter. Can I? Is corpse okay to step on, or not so much for 5-foot stepping?
You can't. I don't think you can 5-foot step when you're blinded, because it takes an acrobatics check to even move half speed.
Oh, is that so? Is that so?
Because you don't know where you're stepping. You don't know.
Right.
What
So
you're
5
gonna
foot
trip
steps,
over.
you would say, are no go.
Yeah, it's almost as if you're in difficult terrain, basically.
Yeah, sure. All right, then. We will do destruction anyway on red, or try to at least. We'll full round attack him. We're not going to 2-weapon fight, though. We're just going to hit him with Enduring Bloom.
All right, you will full attack. Who did you say? Red? Blue?
Red.
Red. Okay. So 34, 38, 39, 32. All of those potentially hit. The 22 misses. But so
39's not real. I just forgot to uncheck it. I'm not 2-weapon fighting, I had said.
Okay, so 3 potential hits. So I'll need 3 D100s. 1 to 50 is a miss.
Yep.
So the first and third attack miss. So go 34 and 47. But the 87, so the second attack 2 will hit. 17 points of damage.
Plus
All right.
4.
Plus 4. Okay. That's your turn.
Oh, it's going to have to be.
All right. Blue's going to step up.
Yeah.
And he is going to full attack, flanking.
Yeah.
If he puts you down, he's going to switch over to Kieran. Don't know if he will be able to, though.
We'll see.
I thought Kieran was still standing over by Jessup.
So the first attack with flanking is a 34.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Second attack is... I don't think that's going to hit. That's a 26 on that one.
No, sorry, bud.
And the final attack is natural 17, potential critical threat.
All right.
To confirm... No, that does not confirm.
Natural 17 gets it to more than a 30, I assume.
Yeah. With flanking and even at his lowest bonus, that's I mean, it's not
yeah.
much over 30, but yeah, it's over 30.
Yeah, no, I assumed.
So the first attack that hits you is 32 points damage.
Another 32? My guy.
Yeah, I know. Can we do it again for the other one? Didn't crit, but it did hit. No, way bad. 23 points damage for that one.
And how much for the second one you said?
So 32 for the first, 23 for the second. So it's a total of 55. Is he dead?
He is still up.
Did we kill him? No. They take swift action, full attacks. No. That'll take us to the top of round 6, and it is Oran's turn again.
Hey, that's me.
So both of these guys have been wounded. They're about the same, so.
Okay. First slam. Oh, man.
Oh, 26 will miss.
A 32.
32 will hit.
18.
All right.
Now for Oran.
And does that have destruction on there? Hate to be
It does
that guy
not,
that...
because I keep forgetting
Yeah, so
that the
another
elemental
3.
gets it. Yep. Sorry.
All right. Yep, we're good.
Oran's first attack. Oran's second attack.
So 40 and 42 will both hit.
All right. So it
Can
should be
you do enough? That's the question.
53 to red?
53, he's still up.
Oh my gosh.
So with the 6 damage from Jessup, he is staggered.
Oh, good to know.
But he's up.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, that's my turn.
All right. That brings us to Jessup.
Now, is Kieran and the little glider or whatever that thing is, are they flying?
I think Kieran is level with the ground. The other guy is definitely way up there. I imagine he's like way over here.
Yeah, he's just zooming. Is that just above?
Actually, well, he's 5 feet up. 'Cause he had to be in range to touch Gideon, but he wouldn't be on the ground level, so he's not in the way.
All right. So I want to try to shoot at red, but they'll get cover.
Yeah, he will get cover. So he'd get a +4 to his AC.
Do we know he's really low, or are you just flavoring telling
You
us?
can see that he is extremely damaged, and he kind of drops to one knee momentarily.
Well, then I will metagame and ear piercing scream him.
Okay. So that is a fortitude save. Their bonus is the DC, so as long as it's not a natural 1, which it is.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Which it is.
This is just saying it because he's going to kill him anyway.
It would have killed him anyway, but no, he did. It was a natural 1.
That was pretty good damage, 20 on 5d6.
Yeah. I rolled it just to humor you, and then it was a natural 1.
Oh. Thank you for humoring me.
Yeah. Yeah, so he takes 20 points of damage, and he goes down. Technically not below his con yet, though.
And I will... I'm going to switch performances. At least I'm going to drop Inspire Greatness. And so Kieran, Gideon, and myself are going to lose those bonuses.
Okay.
And, actually, I'm just going to let them linger. So I'll just drop them, but they're going to linger. So never mind, you can keep your 10 HP, Kieran.
Didn't you have the Shadow Bard doing something?
He's doing Inspire Courage nonstop.
Oh, gotcha.
That's all he's doing.
And you were not arcane striking?
When
Oh, that's right. You never even shot him. I was going to say, okay, we're good.
Can I arcane strike him
No,
with
no,
my...
no.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no. I was no.
No, I was not arcane striking.
No.
Yes, no. So yeah, I'm just gonna drop performance and linger it. So
Okay. Going over green, he's stable. Going to Kieran.
All right, Kieran will full attack on blue. So the first bite attack is a 26.
26 will miss. Also, I believe at this point you're not shaken anymore, so you can take all those stuffs off. It's been a couple rounds since that.
Oh, okay. Am I still blinded?
No, that's gone too.
Okay.
That was only for like 2 rounds, and you were in the back for like 2 rounds, so you're good now.
But you're still covered in hobgoblin spit.
Yeah, you do have Cobgoblin spit on you, so.
Oh, okay. Well, that would still miss because it would only be a 28.
Yes, yeah, it would.
So hasted bite is a 34.
34 will hit.
Claw is a natural 20, but the 26 confirmation will not confirm.
Correct.
And the second claw is a 29, which will miss.
Yes.
And then the first wing is a 26. And then the second wing is a 21.
Okay.
So
Yep.
I think I hit 2 times.
You hit twice, yes.
Nice. All right. So first damage on the bite was 21. And then it was claws that hit the second time. So that is 18 physical, 3 electricity. And then I will 5-foot step back and quickened magic missile at him.
Okay, go for it.
So that will be another 19 force damage.
All right, he's still up.
Good golly. That is my turn.
It's Gideon. You are no longer blinded. You have, in the several rounds, managed to wrench your helmet back into position, and you can now see.
5-foot step over there.
Okay. Don't add flanking again. They're immune to flanking.
Yeah, but I still like to do it, you know.
No, that's
it's just
fine. I
good
just want to make sure that
practice.
you weren't trying to sneak that in there.
Yeah, it's just good habit, you know. Good practice. Let's full round attack this dude.
36 will hit, 37 will hit, 24 will miss, 29 will miss. So 34 damage, and that puts him down. That puts him way, 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 way down. He is insta-dead.
Nice. Well, not nice, but...
Yeah,
Okay.
The first attack would have put him unconscious. The second one would have killed him if you followed through.
No, let's just leave him unconscious.
Okay, so he's just unconscious.
I mean, they're hobs, but...
That's your turn, Gideon?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Orange's turn. Blue's turn.
Oh, this is not what I thought was going to happen.
So top of round 7, Oran, is there anything you guys want to do? They are all unconscious, and at this point it'll just be constitution checks.
Mostly Jessup at this point just wants to try to, subdue him more, just try to get him tied up. Doesn't necessarily kill him, but wants to loot through him to see if they can find anything for the, was it Sardonyx key?
Okay. So yeah, if you guys want to, we can just end the combat there. All 4 of them are unconscious and dying. Once we get to, I assume nobody's healing them, so I'll just go green and red here.
Well, I was going to say, we can
Jessup,
cast...
they can stabilize him or something.
I would say stabilize.
Okay, if you go stabilize them, then
we're gonna stabilize him and tie him up. So I'm not necessarily gonna bring him up from consciousness, but enough just so they're not dying.
Well, the cantrip stabilize too, yeah?
Kieran goes through and slices their throat one by
Oh, look
one.
at that lightning bolt formation!
Lightning bolt! Oh, sorry guys, we weren't killing them? My bad.
All right.
Destruction!
So, you guys go around and you loot. So, the things that they were carrying. Each of them have a potion of cure serious wounds. So that's 4 total. Each of them have a +2 breastplate, a +1 light steel shield, a +1 shocking burst longsword. Each of them have a amulet of natural armor +2. Each of them have a cloak of resistance +2. And just to add to the collection, each of them have a ring of protection +3.
That's... Wow. Holy cow. That's a lot.
Additionally, if you guys look around this chamber, you do see in the corner where their camp is, there is a bag that seems to probably hold the rest of what remains of their supplies. And if you detect magic, the bag itself seems to be magical.
Before we go too much further, I do want to heal up in case I spring a trap. So I don't know if you want to handle that now or
I think
later.
you should go over to the bag right away.
I would just...
Like, it's
I don't
really
know if you
close
want...
to the fire. It might burn up if you don't go there right now.
Narratively, I wasn't sure if you wanted to interrupt the moment. I just meant, I'm at 6 right now, but assume I'm not at 6.
No, so you go over to the fire immediately. Give me a reflex save. No.
And he dies permanently dead.
Yeah, you get healed up. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
So Kieran will start making his way over to inspect the bag, but I'm also perceiving for anything shenanigans on my way over there.
Okay, so a couple things. One, when you guys took off their armor, you revealed the things that were controlling them. Give me a knowledge nature.
Roll initiative.
Yeah.
My knowledge nature is a 9.
I don't have knowledge nature.
Go ahead, Jessup. Tell us what these are.
We shall see. What? Wait. Oh, I was so confused because my knowledge nature is a 20 and I rolled a 20, but it's because my -2. Yay.
Okay. 20 is enough to identify the thing. You don't get any information about it, but each of them have an adult Mindslaver mold attached to their backs. Mindslaver molds are neutral evil small plants.
That seems bad.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with an evil plant?
Why aren't we just killing them?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, we could. I don't know.
I
we
thought
didn't
we
need
could ask
to.
him more questions, but then I completely forgot they were mind controlled.
I was thinking we could ask some more questions if we could get rid of the mind control thing.
Okay, all right. I was curious.
Yeah, because they didn't give us any information despite Oran's best efforts.
I mean, we could just try to remove one, and if it kills them, I guess whatever.
Just yank it off.
For science! We just grab one and yank it.
Gideon will offer last rites for green and then give Oran the thumbs up.
All right. We're going to try and yank it off.
I think Green's still alive. I think they're all still alive.
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
Oh, just in case he dies. Okay, I see.
Yeah,
We just don't know if removing it will
kill him.
will do bad things to him. Yeah.
I gotcha. All right. So Mindslaver molds are basically creatures, but if you just attack the Mindslaver mold, you would eventually be able to kill it. They only have a speed of 5 feet, so it's not getting away. So you kill the Mindslaver mold there. So it can be torn free with a strength check or just by killing it. Doing so,
Oh,
I don't know if we like that.
I don't like that.
a dead Mindslaver mold deals no damage in this way. Okay. So in your guys' minds, were you just ripping it off, or were you like...
Yeah.
Okay. So Green takes 11 points of damage. He is unconscious and dying again.
Stabilize.
Yeah. He fails on his turn, but he's still at minus 20. He's still not dead. So you can stabilize him, and you've removed it. So you can see that ripping it off, the tendrils actually tear flesh off the back, but you're able to actually keep him from dying, but just barely.
Do we kill the other three, or...
I guess we can wait to see if Green wants to provide us any useful information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't forget, they are Iron Fang still. Never forget Phaendar.
I do have some leanings towards teachings of Sarenrae. Some of her followers do frustrate me, but I think that offering a chance of redemption is not the end of the world. At least they could be redeemed or atoned by giving us information. Something of worth.
Oh, so today's god is Sarenrae, is it? Is that the one you're worshipping today?
You can mock my faiths as much as you want, Kieran, but I try to weigh the wisdom of many gods and walk the path I see best fit.
Tomorrow is Zon Kuthon.
Tomorrow's Son Kuthon. Executions!
Good thing, Oran, that we do not prove ourselves to men, huh? And, yeah. We'll kill them, the bad things.
Okay, so you kill the Mindslaver molds. Yeah, and so killing those, they don't actually deal damage if you do it that way. So
Okay. And we'll deal with the hobgoblins later, maybe next session.
They're all stabilized on the very brink of death. And and I had misspoke, sorry. You do detect a magical presence, but it is in a lockbox. I did misread that section there. There is a sturdy bronze lockbox holding some of the hobgoblins' gear.
Was there any key on them that opens this lockbox?
It's not actually locked.
What? What's the point?
It doesn't give me a disabled device DC, so I can only assume that it's unlocked.
Okay, so Kieran will perceive to see if this is any sort of bad thing's gonna happen if I open this.
Jessup will stand back just in case.
With a 26.
26. You don't detect any traps.
Okay, I'll open it.
You open the lockbox, and inside you do see a bag. The bag is radiating magic.
All right, I will prepare to spellcraft it.
You go to grab the bag to pull it up and take a look at it. The bag is exceedingly heavy. Like, it's in the ballpark of 60 pounds. So go ahead and give me a spellcraft.
Okay, so spellcraft is a 32.
32 will do it. This is a bag of holding type 4.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
So a bag of holding type 4 weighs 60 pounds, has a content limit of 1,500 pounds, and a volume limit of 250 cubic feet.
So is there anything inside the bag of holding that I can
Yeah, so if you start pulling stuff out of the bag of holding, the vast majority of stuff you get are like trail rations that they were using. There's some mundane equipment like cookware, some tents that they hadn't yet set up, a bunch of mundane stuff. But you do find a couple scrolls, and these I'll just give you because the DCs aren't terribly high for these. You find 2 scrolls of restoration that they had not yet used, 2 scrolls of remove curse, and 2 scrolls of remove disease. So these were apparently the scrolls that they had prepped, knowing what they were going into in the Fangwood. And that's what they had left. You assume they probably had a lot more and went through them.
Nice. All right, well, we've reached a dead end, so we'll just have to give up.
Yep. I think we call it here. It's been fun. Really enjoyed this campaign for the most part.
Quest is over.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's been real, Jace. You know, you really know how to tell a story. So, yeah, call it there. Good game.
In all seriousness, I think I would advocate that maybe we take time to talk with these guys when they come back up. I don't know if we want to rest here and do some interrogation, but I think we may have to use the woodlands ingress to go through the tree again, maybe?
Through this part, you mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where else to go.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they can provide us some information, because they had to have gotten those things from somewhere.
Well, yeah, I'm sure Arlantia put them on them.
So maybe they can give us an idea of where to go and stuff. And so I'm assuming she has the shard. She must, or the thing we're looking for.
If you guys look up, you can see all around the walls above you, about once you get like 60 or so feet above, once you get high up, there are a couple dozen patches of mold growing on the walls up there.
Lovely.
They all seem smaller than the ones you just tore off, but there appear to be quite a few in this chamber.
I was going to have Gideon suggest that before they stir, maybe we can do some sleuthing and piece together a portion of the story. I assume they made it this far before succumbing to the mold or whatever. So it's just a precursory glance of the room. Is there any other information or clues or pieces that we can find?
Well, I'll give this before we end this session here. Not so much about the room, but as you guys were going through their belongings, you do find that on Green, Offet, the leader, there was a small pouch around his belt, and inside the pouch you find a ring.
The last one.
So just so you're all aware, the ring that you found first said Princess of the Blasted Heath. The second said, shall stand proud to station earned. The third, which you got from Aureli, said, moss and rot shall grow unchecked. And then the fourth that you just found said, till all hands bear the sin they've earned. And you now have all 4 rings for Dryad's song. And I think with that, we will end this session.